Om Shri Ganeshaya Namo Namah. Greetings to everyone world over, all our brothers and sisters across the globe. Wishing you all a wonderful afternoon from India, Bharat, Hindustan, whatever you want to call it. And at the same time, our team, which is located in the UAE, United Arab Emirates, the people are joining us from there also. During the thick of pandemic, we have done lots of programs with them. I would request you kindly mute your mics, please. I would make a humble request. Rohit, you got to be very careful. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today we are starting the history. We are starting a new program. And this particular journey is going to be amazing for each one of you, because this program is going to shape, it is going to groom, and it is going to bring all together something new journey for all of us. May I humbly request all of you kindly mute your mics, please. Can I request kindly mute your mics, please? Because people are watching you world over. So let's go ahead together. Right. So ladies and gentlemen, this program is going live to you from Chandigarh and of course from the UAE, from the Dubai. And this program is very specially being brought for the capacity building of teachers, future teachers, today's teachers, tomorrow's teacher, and people, those are going to shape the universe, because teachers are the one, those are going to play a very important role for all of us. Wishing you all a wonderful day ahead. Let's join together. Let's clap for Sector 20, the B.Ed college, what we have got in Chandigarh on the YouTube live. Put your hands together and let's shape. Yes, that's great. Great. Wonderful. Now, let me share a couple of slides quickly with you. And before that, let me also invite a technocrat and a strategist of the education, Mr. Arpit Duggar, to say hello from the UAE. If you have joined us, Arpitji, I would request you to kindly unmute your mic and just say a few words to everybody. I'm bringing you on the speaker. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. And hello, very good afternoon, everyone. It's indeed a pleasure to be here and to be starting this new journey with all of you. The next month and these 30 hours are going to be absolutely exciting for you. A great learning journey is going to happen. What we expect from you is a great level and a deeper level of interaction across all the sessions that go. So try to take as much as possible from these sessions, because trainers from across the globe will be joining, will be giving you insights as to what is required in the industry, how your capacities have to be built as future educators. So a very warm welcome to everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Arpitji. Ladies and gentlemen, this program has very specially being brought with the help of the advisor to the administration, Chandigarh, Dr. Dharampalji, because he's a very dynamic IS officer who is always very positive and very creative and very supportive. We discussed with him in detail this entire program, and he told Major Dr. Gulshan Sharma, let's start and let's take Chandigarh as a city where from we can start the entire Asian continent journey. Now, over here, I would invite the dynamic principal of this particular college, Dr. Sapna Nandaji, to share her vision, and thereafter we will start today's program. Dr. Sapna Nandaji.
Thank you, Dr. Saab, and very good afternoon to all present on this platform. Thank you, Arpitji, for this wonderful session, wonderful opportunity, and courtesy Dr. Gulshan Sharma, who connected us to you. So it's really a wonderful golden opportunity for the students of this college, where they could connect on the global platform. Sir, I would like to apprise you, this is the oldest institution of the city. This college was established in 1954, one of the premier institutions of teacher education. Best quality students, when the entrance test is conducted, the cream of the region come to this college. So we prepare teachers, and then we have B.Ed program where the intake capacity is 100 for first year and 100 for second year, of course. Then we have M.Ed program also. We have PG diploma in guidance and counseling, Moreover, we have a pre-PhD course also in the discipline of education. So we have number of programs, and not only from Chandigarh, students from North India, even from South India and from other countries, they join this institution because this is one of the best college of the region. And this college has been accredited A grade by National Assessment and Accreditation Committee. So we are fortunate that our students have got this opportunity to get a bigger horizon, so they can see the bigger picture. So they will have number of opportunities not only to settle in India but to settle abroad. They have a vast experience of trainers from different parts of the world. So we are really thankful to our Chandigarh administration, administrator sir, and to Dr. Sharma, who is the between the administration and you. So this is no doubt a great opportunity for our students, and I'm sure they are going to benefit from this opportunity, and they'll try to gain maximum out of it. And our students are very intelligent. Teaching also, they are hardworking, they are committed, they are dedicated, and they get lots of exposure also. So with this opportunity, they do wonders. So I'm sure this program will go a long way in building their personality, in shaping their character, and giving them best of the world. So with these words, I wish all the students and the trainers all the best for the success of this event. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That's the dynamic principle of this particular wonderful B.Ed college. And from here, I just wish to share with all of you. Can I make a request? I think we got to mute the mic. We got to mute the mic.
I think Sunaina's mic is on.
Yes, now it's okay. There's one more mic. Please
Sir, this
mute.
is mine. I would like to add Dr. Nisha Singh is
Okay,
the coordinator of this program. Who is coordinating
yes.
between you and our students. So she's a wonderful teacher, very experienced, very dedicated, very committed, and you know her for last so many months. We have been working with each other, so she'll be coordinating on behalf of our college. Dr.
Thank you.
Singh.
Thank you, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just quickly share with all of you that all the young boys and girls of this college, those are joining this particular program, इस program के बाद आपकी सोच बदलेगी, आपका horizon बदलेगा, आपका vision बदलेगा, और आप सोच नहीं सकते ये कितनी बड़ी opportunity है। चंडीगढ़ से जो आवाज इस कॉलेज से आज शुरू होगी, वो सबसे पहले चंडीगढ़ में, और चंडीगढ़ के बाद भारत में, भारत के बाद एशिया में, और एशिया के बाद ग्लोबल पर्सपेक्टिव में जाएगी। इसलिए सभी बच्चे इसका पूरा लाभ उठाएं, पूरा फायदा लें, और ज्यादा से ज्यादा इनोवेटिव वे में अपनी कॉपी, पेंसिल, अपना मोबाइल फोन, जिस तरीके से भी आप चाहते हैं, क्योंकि दिस प्रोग्राम इज डन इन अ डिजिटल वे। और मुझे यह लगता है कि हमारी कंट्री का चैलेंज है क्वांटिटी एंड क्वालिटी, बोथ हैव टू बी टेकन टुगेदर। हमारी जनसंख्या भी बहुत ज्यादा है, एट द सेम टाइम वी हैव टू गिव अ क्वालिटी आल्सो। और आप ही लोग हैं जो सब कुछ बदलेंगे और सब कुछ आगे लेके चलेंगे। दो शब्द इस प्रोग्राम के कोऑर्डिनेटर डॉक्टर निशा सिंह से, और उसके बाद हम कार्यक्रम शुरू करेंगे। डॉक्टर निशा सिंह, unmute your mic, ma'am.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for giving me this opportunity. And I will speak more than 2 words, sir, if you allow. Respected Dr. Major Gulshan Sharma ji, Director General, International Chamber of Service Industry, India. Respected Mr. Arpit Dugai ji, Director SARS Technology and Innovation, Dubai. Esteemed Madam Principals of Sapna Nanda ji, worthy guests and dear students, a very good afternoon to all of you. As we have gathered here today, I want to introduce my college to all of you so that we can know the base and the history of this college. Sir, I would like to tell you that our institution is a teacher training institution which is running from last 69 years since its establishment in 1954. Our institution is affiliated to Punjab University, Chandigarh, and has been awarded an A grade by National Assessment and Accreditation Council of India, and which is a testament to our commitment to provide highest quality education to our students. At Government College of Education, we believe that education is not just about imparting knowledge, but also about inspiring students to be creative and independent thinkers. So, we offer 3 courses: Masters of Education, Bachelors of Education, and Postgraduate Diploma of Guidance and Counseling under the Resource Center for PhD program. It's all going in a co-educational setup. Our courses are designed to be practical, relevant, and engaging. And currently, we are having 244 students in all the classes. And these students are enrolled in 14 different pedagogical subjects and looking to enhance their skills. So, we have a team of 25 highly qualified and experienced teacher educators, and they are dedicated to help our students achieve their full potential. We believe that teachers are responsible for shaping the minds of next generation. So we take that responsibility very seriously, and we are proud to be playing a significant role in making that belief a reality. Students who are joining here, who are in this meeting, I want to ensure you all that this training program will enhance your capabilities and help you to be a better transformed teacher. And you all must be knowing that one of the sustainable development goal is quality education. And I'm sure that this program will lead you to make you such a transformed teacher who can provide quality education. Students, I urge you, as already Gulshan sir has already told you, that this is a program which can help you in broadening your horizons. So embrace this opportunity, absorb all that you can, and use this learning to upskill your to the global standards and equip yourself for the domestic as well as international employability opportunities. As you all are aware, that India is currently presiding over G20 Summit 2023 with the resolute motto of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which signifies a unified family, nation, and vision. This capacity building program is a step towards the realization of this vision, the coming together of 3 distinct organizations to transform education and to develop informed, productive global citizens is a proof to our commitment to achieve our shared goals. Dear guests, we are honored to have this opportunity to collaborate with 2 renowned organizations led by very 2 creative heads, Dr. Major Gulshan Sharma ji and Dr. Arpit ji and their dedicated teams. Sir, your expertise, knowledge, and experience will undoubtedly enhance our students' learning and enable them to become exceptional leaders for tomorrow. Sir, we are confident that this training will help in capacity building of our pupil teachers and fulfilling their dream of making a difference in the world. At the end, on behalf of our institution, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Major Gulshan Sharma ji, Mr. Arpit Dugai ji, and their teams for choosing to work with us and providing our students with such a valuable opportunity. We appreciate the time, efforts, and resources put forth by your team in designing and executing this program. Sir, I would also like to thank our very pragmatic, benevolent, and visionary principal, Dr. Sapna Nandaji, for making this event happen. Once again, I would like to thank everyone present here. Let us all work together and create a better future by empowering ourselves and our coming generations. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Nisha Singh ma'am. She is going to coordinate this particular program. बच्चों को हमेशा ही लगता है कि हम ये चीज क्यों करें, हम ये सब्जेक्ट क्यों पढ़ें, हम इस सेशन को क्यों ज्वाइन करें. तो देखिए, रिवॉर्ड, अवार्ड, रिकॉग्निशन, एप्रिसिएशन, वो सब चीजें भी साथ साथ चलेंगी. जो बच्चे बहुत डायनेमिक और क्रिएटिव वे में पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे, आपको बहुत सारे कैश अवार्ड्स भी मिलेंगे, कुछ एक गिफ्ट हैम्पर्स भी मिलेंगे, और साथ ही में एट द एंड ऑफ द प्रोग्राम जैसे अर्पित जी डिसाइड करेंगे कि हाउ मच पार्टिसिपेशन एंड हाउ मच अटेंडेंस इज रिक्वायर्ड, आपको एक इंटरनेशनल सर्टिफिकेट भी मिलेगा जो ग्लोबली रिकॉग्नाइज्ड होगा, और कहीं भी जाकर आप अपने टीचिंग प्रोफेशन में आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। इसी के साथ साथ क्विकली, क्योंकि आज फर्स्ट डे है, तो आज हमने कुछ थोड़ी एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव चीजें ज्यादा करनी थी, तो इसलिए हमने समय लिया। कल से हम प्रोग्राम में बिल्कुल डायरेक्टली चलेंगे। अब 5-7 स्लाइड आपको और दिखानी जरूरी है ताकि आपको ये समझ आ जाए कि ये प्रोग्राम क्या है, ये प्रोग्राम क्यों है, इस प्रोग्राम से आपको क्या फायदा होगा, और आपका कॉलेज आज किस तरीके से एजुकेशन के फील्ड में पूरे ग्लोबल पार्ट में लीडर बन रहा है। आइए चलते हैं क्विकली, और उसके बाद फिर मैं आपको अर्पित जी के पास लेकर चलूंगा। तो आइए, मैं और अर्पित जी दोनों आपके कॉलेज की बिल्डिंग के बाहर खड़े हैं, और हमने गेट से फोन किया है डॉक्टर सपना नंदा मैम को कि गुड आफ्टरनून मैम, कैन वी कम टू योर कॉलेज? शी सेज मोर देन वेलकम, प्लीज कम। हम अंदर आए तो निशा मैम ने चाय कॉफी का इंतजाम किया, सब कुछ किया, हम लोगों ने डेलिब्रेशन किया, और वहां प्यारे प्यारे बच्चों को हमने चारों तरफ कॉलेज के अंदर कुछ इनोवेशन करते हुए, काम करते हुए, कुछ क्लासेस में सब जगह देखा। तो आइए, अंडर द डायनेमिक लीडरशिप ऑफ डॉक्टर धर्मपाल जी, द एडवाइजर यूटी चंडीगढ़ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, आज लॉन्च करते हैं India's first digital inspirational lab of ICSI with SARS, and that will be on the capacity building program and making our teachers unique, informative and globally acceptable. आइए आगे चलते हैं। चेंबर का आपको पता है, क्योंकि एनआरआईज जो बाहर गए हुए हैं, सबसे पहले तो आपको इस बात का गर्व महसूस होना चाहिए कि ऑलमोस्ट 3 करोड़ और 20 लाख भारतीय विदेशों में 131 कंट्रीज में रहते हैं। 131 कंट्रीज दे आर अब्रॉड। इस समय अर्पित जी भी आपके साथ दुबई से जुड़े हुए हैं। सो यू कैन वेल इमेजिन द पीपल दोज आर अब्रॉड, दे आर कंट्रीब्यूटिंग टू द नेशन डेवलपमेंट देयर ओन वे। आत्मनिर्भर भारत, सेल्फ रिलायंट इंडिया, और एजुकेशन एक मात्र ऐसा तरीका है। 1994 में हम भारत का पहला फिनिशिंग स्कूल लेकर आए अपने चेंबर की तरफ से, जहां पर पर्सनालिटी एनहांसमेंट, कम्युनिकेशन टू कनेक्टिंग स्किल, कोलैबोरेटिव स्किल्स, क्रिएटिविटी एंड इनोवेशन, क्यूरियोसिटी, क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग एंड डिजाइन थिंकिंग, इन सब चीजों को हम लेकर सारा कुछ डेवलप किया। इसी के साथ साथ इस फिनिशिंग स्कूल में नो एंजाइटी, नो डिप्रेशन, नो ड्रग्स, नो स्ट्रेस, और एक अलग तरीके से आप महसूस करें। और म्यूजिक की थेरेपी पे भी बहुत जोर, हाउ म्यूजिक कैन हेल्प यू फॉर द गुड हेल्थ, वेलनेस एंड होलिस्टिक, और यूथ एम्पावरमेंट, टीचर एम्पावरमेंट, विमेन एम्पावरमेंट, कॉर्पोरेट ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम, लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स। अब ये पूरा प्रोसेस क्या है? देखिए, कोई भी दो इंडिविजुअल एक जैसे नहीं है। हमारी सोच अलग है, हमारा पैशन अलग है, हमारी हॉबीज अलग हैं, और हम अलग अलग ढंग से जिंदगी में कुछ ना कुछ करना चाहते हैं। हर माँ बाप की ये इच्छा होती है कि मेरा बच्चा पढ़कर कहीं ना कहीं रोजगार पर, किसी काम पर, किसी जगह लगे, सो दैट दे कैन हैव इकोनॉमिक वैल्यू एडिशन टू द ग्लोबल कम्युनिटी। तो ये पूरे का पूरा प्रोसेस, जिसके अंदर साइकोमेट्रिक टेस्ट से लेकर, आपकी ग्रूमिंग से लेकर, आपकी कंप्यूटर से लेकर, आपकी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल से लेकर, आपकी क्रिएटिविटी के ऊपर, क्यूरियोसिटी के ऊपर, कोलैबोरेशन के ऊपर, ये सारी चीजों की डेवलपमेंट करके इस पूरे प्रोसेस में टीचर्स और यूथ का एक बहुत बड़ा कार्यक्रम। इस सब चीज को कोरोना के बाद, कोरोना ने हमको एक चीज सिखा दी, अब कंपटीशन नहीं है, अब कोलैबोरेशन है। अब जो दुनिया है एक अलग तरीके की है, हमें अलग तरीके से अपने आप को तैयार करना होगा। हमें कुछ एक सॉफ्ट स्किल्स लेनी होंगी, हमें लाइफ स्किल्स लेनी होंगी, हमें लाइफ लॉन्ग लर्निंग सीखना होगा, और टेक्नोलॉजी का बेस्ट इस्तेमाल करना होगा। हमारी मेंटल वेलनेस, फिजिकल वेलनेस, प्रोफेशनल वेलनेस, सोशल वेलनेस, इकोनॉमिक वेलनेस, इन सब चीजों को हम लेकर साथ चलेंगे और आगे बढ़ेंगे। कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग ऑफ टीचर्स इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल के बारे में अभी डॉक्टर साहब ने बातचीत की, तो आप देखिए जो गोल नंबर 4 है वो क्वालिटी एजुकेशन का है। और बार बार मन में एक विचार आता है, एजुकेशन इतनी ड्राई क्यों होती है? कुछ लोग कभी हंसते ही नहीं है, मुस्कुराते ही नहीं है, औरों की ग्रोथ से, औरों की डेवलपमेंट से उन्हें खुशी नहीं होती है। क्यों नहीं एक ऐसा संसार बनाए जहां पर एक दूसरे के साथ कोलैबोरेटिव वे में हम वो सीखें जिसकी हमारी जिंदगी में जरूरत है। सुबह उठने से रात के सोने तक whatever you require in your day to day life should be the part of education। और एजुकेशन और स्किल्स हमारी एम्प्लॉयमेंट के साथ डायरेक्टली जुड़े हुई होनी चाहिए। एक पैशन होना चाहिए, एक क्रिएटिविटी होनी चाहिए, एक इनोवेशन होनी चाहिए। वो सब हम सेक्टर 20 के इस बीएड कॉलेज से स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं। हर बॉय एंड अ गर्ल दोज आर ज्वाइनिंग फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर प्रोग्राम, जब ये कार्यक्रम खत्म होगा तो आपको लगेगा, ओ माय गॉड, आई नेवर न्यू व्हाट इज माय पोटेंशियल, I never carried out my SWOT analysis. What are my strengths? What are the weaknesses onto which I have to work? Where the globe is going? What are the opportunities? तो आज से एक चीज सोच लीजिए, जैसा आप सोचते हैं, जैसे आपके विचार होते हैं, संसार आपको वैसा ही नजर आता है। ये कार्यक्रम आपके लिए लाइव जा रहा है यूट्यूब के ऊपर। आप अपने फ्रेंड्स को भी कह सकते हैं कि ICSI इंडिया के यूट्यूब चैनल पर आए, और जो हमारे साथ सीधा जूम पर जुड़े हुए हैं, आप भी अपना यूट्यूब चैनल खोलिए, अपने कमेंट्स डालिए, अपना नाम डालिए, अपने विचार डालिए। आज शाम को 8 बजे भी हम एक कार्यक्रम करने जा रहे हैं कि क्यूरियोसिटी क्या होती है, किस तरीके से उसका जो बीज है वो हमारी जिंदगी में बदलाव लेकर आता है। ये आज रात को 8 बजे कार्यक्रम करेंगे सेपरेटली आपके साथ। और जब बच्चे सक्सेसफुली इस ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम को कंप्लीट करेंगे, जब आप YouTube पर आ रहे हैं, ये प्रोग्राम लाइव जा रहा है, वर्ल्ड ओवर है, इसमें कोई एडिटिंग नहीं है। Whatever we are talking to you, it will go unedited to the entire global fraternity ecosystem of education। इसलिए आपके कमेंट्स, आपके व्यूज, आपकी बातचीत, जैसा भी आप यहाँ पर करेंगे वो विश्व भर में हमेशा के लिए YouTube पर रहेगा। पार्टिसिपेट एक्टिवली आप आगे आइए। ये सर्टिफिकेट ऑफ कंप्लीशन आपको मिलेगा 30 घंटे का, और इसके ऊपर आपके गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज ऑफ एजुकेशन सेक्टर 20, SARS और ICSI तीनों मिलकर आपको ये सर्टिफिकेट एट द एंड देंगे। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ वंस अगेन आप सभी का बहुत बहुत हार्दिक अभिनंदन, हार्दिक स्वागत। और मैं आप सबको रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, अपने फ्रेंड्स को कहिए कि वो ICSI इंडिया के YouTube चैनल पर आएं, क्योंकि अल्टीमेटली हर एक बच्चे को इसका फायदा होना चाहिए। समस्त विश्व में आज टुडे द प्रोग्राम व्हाट वी आर स्टार्टिंग, आपको नहीं पता, यू मैटर इन दिस वर्ल्ड। आपके आने का परमात्मा, खुदा, वाहिगुरु, अल्लाह, ईश्वर, जीसस, जिसने आपको यहाँ भेजा है, उसने किसी स्पेसिफिक काम के लिए आपको भेजा है। आप क्या करते हैं, कैसे करते हैं, वो खुदा सब कुछ जानता है, जिसने आपको यहाँ भेजा है। अच्छे से काम करोगे, अच्छे से आगे बढ़ोगे तो आप ही को फायदा होगा। आपके रिश्तेदार भी आपके पास आके कहेंगे, ओ रमनदीप तो मेरी रिश्तेदार है, नेहा तो मेरे, ओहो सोनम तो मेरी क्लासमेट थी, ममता तो मुझे भी जानती है, सुनैना और मैं तो इकट्ठे एक सीट पे बैठते थे। सभी जी, अरे क्या बात कर रहे हो, इधर तृप्ति बैठती थी, इधर सुनैना बैठती थी, और इधर सोनम बैठती थी, इधर निहारिका बैठती थी, इधर पराश थे, और उधर से अर्पित दुग्गर पीछे से आ रहे थे निशा मैम के साथ। पूनम मैम आज नहीं आई है, वो थोड़ा बिजी हैं क्योंकि कुछ लोग विजिट पे आए हुए हैं कॉलेज के अंदर। सो दैट इज द वे यू विल रिमेंबर, दीज आर वंडरफुल मेमोरीज ऑफ योर कॉलेज। विद दीज वर्ड्स, लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, आई टेक यू ऑल द वे टू दुबई। लेट्स गो टू दुबई। अपना बिजनेस क्लास टिकट हम आपको फ्री की दे रहे हैं। वंदना, ऊपर कुछ नहीं है, सामने है सब कुछ। वो छत पे पता नहीं क्या नजर आ रहा है, वंदना क्या देख रही है। चलो हम चलते हैं सब इकट्ठे, और आपका हार्टी वेलकम है। कमेंट्स लिखिए, अपने व्यूज लिखिए, यूट्यूब पर डालिए, अपना कोई क्वेश्चन है तो वो भी डालिए। And with these words, ladies and gentlemen, I hand you over to Mr. Arpit Duggar, who is a technocrat and he's a strategist. He's a wonderful person. इनके साथ मैंने कोरोना काल के अंदर 100 प्रोग्राम्स किए हैं टीचर्स और यूथ एम्पावरमेंट के। आई एम सो ग्रेटफुल टू हिम, और मैं इन्हें हमेशा अभिषेक बच्चन पार्ट 2 कहता हूं। तो इन शब्दों के साथ इनका दुबई से हार्दिक अभिनंदन है. Let's travel together and let's go to Dubai. डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट जाती है मोहाली के एयरपोर्ट से. चलते हैं अर्पित जी के पास. चलिए.
Thank you so much, sir, and a very warm welcome once again to everyone. It's such a nice pleasure to see the energy that sir has brought in this session, and it's a commitment. It's going to be a commitment from all the trainers, including myself, that we are going to make it as exciting as it can be for the students. So on that note, now without even taking any additional second for the administrative thing, we'll jump onto the agenda. So a very warm welcome to everyone once again. Thank you, Nisha ma'am, for coordinating, and I can see all these lovely faces. Around 90-95 of them are online right now. So हम लोग कुछ ground rules set करते हैं session पे, and I would like to know from everyone that on the chat board, are you all comfortable in English as a medium, or do you want Hindi, or do you want a mix of it? So if you can quickly put your messages on the chat, at least I'll get an understanding कि हमें किस language में बात करनी है. Right, so okay, I can see a few messages coming in. Yeah, quickly, start typing. I'll just see for next 30 seconds, तो उसमें एक idea लग जाएगा. English is fine, bilingual, English is fine. Okay, तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे, कोई भी ऐसे technical jargons होंगे, वहाँ पे I'll come to Hindi as well, and we'll repeat English Hindi का. So we'll make it a mix, right? Okay, thank you everyone, good responses. इसी तरीके से जब भी कोई क्वेश्चन होगा सेशन के अंदर, be very active in terms of replying, because उससे जो ट्रेनर है, because we are connecting online, so we keep getting the inputs about the momentum of the session which is going. Okay, so thank you so much, Sarika, Kashish, Deepa, Reena, Samiksha, Saurabh, Sharon. I'm getting messages from all of you, which is good. So हम लोग कुछ ground rules set करते हैं पहले online session के before we begin, right? When we meet in a real time environment, तो हम कुछ social norms को follow करते हैं. Online में exactly हमें वही काम करना है, right? So like when we are starting the session, so there were certain mutes, unmutes, some technical issues also you were facing. So just be very attentive in terms of how we have to interact in this session to make it most engaging and most creative. तो जब भी आप बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, उस टाइम पे just keep your mics on mute. जैसा हम लोग किसी एक मीटिंग में बैठे होते हैं, और जब मेरा टर्न नहीं है बोलने का, तो I am silent. I don't create any other noise, right? So similarly, आप सारे microphones mute रखें अपने, unless and until you want to say something. Now, since we are connecting digitally, so please do raise a hand. There is an option in Zoom to raise a hand before you speak, or unmute, so that the trainer knows that you are going to be asking a question, and then he can pause for a while. Okay? This is not just for my session. These are general instructions across the next sessions, right? So this is the second thing. Third thing that we would want is, once you have asked your question, immediately again get back to the mute mode. So even when an interaction is happening, तो आप वो mute unmute अपना करते रहें, so that the disturbance is not there. Like while I am speaking right now, there is no disturbance, right? So if you have asked your question, आप question पूछ के फिर से immediately mute पे चले जाएं, so that trainer can answer it and everyone can listen to it. The last and the most important thing for the online session is to keep your cameras open, to make them available. Otherwise, we don't know who we are talking to. So we are using the tech to see how many of you will be visible. So whenever we are asking questions, or there is an assessment or an assignment, your attendance will be monitored based on your availability on the cameras. So when I say cameras, there are certain aesthetics you have to look at. तो अगर आपके पीछे कोई disturbance है, कुछ है, or the background is not right, try to be in a place wherein you can be attentive for the sessions. Second, you can go for a virtual screen background also, जैसा मेरा भी अभी is a virtual screen, right? So that any background disturbance is not affecting the live session, right? These are the general instructions of how you should be attending the meetings. Any questions if you have in this, keep writing it in the text box. Now you want to say something? You have unmuted yourself. Oh, you have gone back on mute. ठीक है. तो ये trials and errors चलते रहेंगे across the session, but do take care of these instructions. And if you have got anything, abhi aap chat box pe likhte chalein saath mein. All right? Okay. So I've taken this one input from everyone, which is this bilingual. I'll keep it in my session, as well as this information will be passed on to all the other trainers who will be coming on. So let's move to the next point, and which is about talking about this whole 30 hours journey that we are going to do together. Capacity building program for transformative teaching. Can you all just start typing in the chat box? What do we mean by transformation? Or what does transformation mean to you? क्या सोचते हैं हम? क्या होता है transformation? थोड़ा और elaborate करना हो तो आप ये भी बता सकते हैं, what is the difference between change and transformation? हाँ, तो अभिलाष, सविता, आपने change लिखा है. So is change and transformation same? या change और transformation में difference है? है तो क्या है? A positive change, a change in behavior, upgrading, betterment, positive modification. Sahib Preet says, yes, there is a difference. Sahib Preet, also please add up what is the difference. Modification. Positive change is transformation.
Arpit, with your permission, people those who have joined us directly on the YouTube, जैसे chat box में डाल रहे हैं, जो लोग YouTube पर भी डालना चाहते हैं, YouTube पर भी डालें. Lot of comments are coming there also. We are very happy. Please keep putting on the YouTube also, because it's very appreciable when Arpit is asking something. People those who have joined here, you can write on the chat. People those on the YouTube, you put it over there as well. Thank you, Arpit.
All right, sir. So, वो भी हम साथ-साथ में check करते रहेंगे. That's great. So, okay. So most of your responses are modification. There is a change, a positive change, a positive modification. So we are talking about modification, change, and positiveness in transformation. Closely correct. However, transformation is something which sees a dynamic change, a dynamic shift, a rapidly paced shift is what is transformation. Which means that, let's say, I'm a good trainer today. And then I transform myself into an exceptionally good trainer, which means mera jo progress graph hai, that's not linear. That is going to be exponential. So there is going to be a 360-degree turn in the change that we are expecting. Now, from landline phones se jab hum mobile phone pe gaye, that's what is a transformative change, right? Jab hum ghoda gaadi se cars pe aaye, that was a transformative change. When humans invented wheel, that was a transformative change. When humans invented internet, that was a transformative change. Because उसने सब कुछ transform कर दिया, उसने पूरा disrupt कर दिया organization, right? किसी भी process को. So capacity building program, I'm trying to set the expectation कि हम जो next 30 hours में यहाँ सीखने वाले हैं, जो inputs आप लोगे, that are designed in a way that they transform your personality and understanding totally, that opens up your mind. So jitna curiosity, creativity we are going to learn in these sessions are actually going to give you certain horizons, certain broader perspective of looking at things. And that is what we intend to do in these sessions. So ideally, what is a capacity building technique? It is primarily divided into these 7 activities. So first is training. So you get trained first so that you understand what are the basics. Based on that training, you apply them and learn skills, right? So your approach towards skills. And while you are moving towards attaining skills, you acquire all this knowledge wherein the application analysis and critical thinking happens. So skills jo hain, wo become critically important to acquire, but it can only be acquired once you have right training done, you have the right learning sets achieved, and you have acquired the right knowledge. अब ये तीनों part इसलिए important है because even during the session, there are many things which you should be doing continuously. आपको कोई भी point important लगता है, just make a note of it, highlight it, underline it. Because after 1.5, 2 hours of our interactions, बहुत सारे ऐसे points होंगे you get excited about, हाँ ये तो मुझे पता ही नहीं था, or I feel completely associated with this point, I can do this. But by the time the session ends, हमें उसका सिर्फ 20%, 30% याद रहेगा. right? So keep taking notes जहां पे भी आपको लगता है, so keep your pen and a register handy so that across all the sessions you have your learning points, takeaways ready with you. Now this is how you are going to keep increasing the learning aspect, where we are talking to you, we will be doing certain activities and you'll learn from this. Now comes knowledge, and knowledge will only happen when you do your self research, right? Knowledge can usually in teaching segment we do say that we are sharing knowledge. We can only share knowledge. You can acquire knowledge by your own research, right? तो जो भी आपको यहाँ points मिलेंगे, जो चीजें हम discuss करेंगे, do your own level of research. The research, when I say, it can be offline research, it can be online research, it could be talking to certain people, going through certain journals, magazines, internet resources, or the resources that we share, whatever it takes. But keep your homework ready before you come for the next session, right? And then we talk about skills. Ye skills pe hum log next 30 hours kaam karenge, and we will try to hone and shape it in a way that you get excited to learn new things. Then comes coaching. So aapne skills acquire kar liye hain, and then now you need a ground for you to perform, for somebody to keep guiding you so that your progress path is mapped. So that will also be taken care of. Is program mein uske inputs milenge. All the support and guidance which you require, not just in this program, but across for your job opportunities in the country, outside the country, depending on the skills that you have acquired, the way you are performing, you will be exposed to them. And then it requires that you put all of these things together and work on self-development. Now, this development is something which nobody can work on you. People can work with you, but you will have to collate all these things together and then start taking the next steps. So that is capacity building. Now, for this transformative teaching, we have put in an agenda that how these sessions are going to be lined up. So today we are talking about the whole program. So that's the introduction. We will also be covering digital literacy today. Then your next session is tomorrow, which is on pedagogy and andragogy. Abhi mujhe pura sure nahi hai how many of you understand these terms. Pedagogy, I'm pretty sure. Andragogy, so hum baat karenge us pe. We'll talk about critical thinking and problem solving skills. और सारे ही सेशंस हमने इस तरीके से अलाइन किए हैं wherein you get that expertise, you get that skill which you can implement it back in the classrooms, right? तो आप लोग कहीं पे भी जो प्लेस होंगे, आप जिस भी एरिया में, जिस भी फील्ड में आप काम करेंगे, जिस भी स्कूल में, इंस्टीट्यूशन के साथ आप जुड़ेंगे, you will be able to apply them, and that is very much required, right? Then you have classroom engagement. अच्छा, इसमें क्या है ना, जब हम लोग इसको डिजाइन कर रहे थे, let me give you certain insights there as well. There were certain questions. हो सकता है हम गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स में टीचर्स लगें, हो सकता है हम ऐसे स्कूल में लगें जहां रिसोर्सेस प्रॉपर नहीं हो, जहां आईटी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर ना हो, या जहां बाकी सपोर्ट ना हो, स्टूडेंट्स के पास में भी डिवाइसेस ना हो. सो हमारी जर्नी अगर ऐसे स्कूल से स्टार्ट हो रही है, देन हाउ डू वी इम्प्लीमेंट ऑल ऑफ दिस? एंड we have taken care of all those minutest nuances and put down them in the sessions. So आप बिना resources के भी कैसे critical thinking evolve कर सकते हैं एक classroom के अंदर is a skill that you should acquire. On top of it, if you get some tools, तो वो आपका बाहुबली वाला अवतार जो है वो निकल के आ जाएगा बाहर, right? So creativity and innovation we are going to talk about. Increasing curiosity, education and service industry. So what are the options available, और हम क्या क्या explore कर सकते हैं वहाँ पे. We are going to talk about emotional intelligence, a session of prime importance in education sphere right now. Mindfulness and well-being, ये आप सबके लिए important है, ये मेरे लिए important है, ये सब students के लिए important है. So we are going to talk in length about this. And towards the end, conclusion, जहाँ पे हम लोग recap करेंगे सारे sessions का. हम एक Q&A session रखेंगे which will be live and followed by a online assessment and a video presentation. So ये sessions जैसे जैसे progress होते रहेंगे, every session is supplemented with an assignment and an assessment. Now this is very important for all of us to understand. देखिए, we are doing this completely under the aegis of Digital Inspirational Lab. What we want to do with all of us is कि हम कोई भी जो session ले रहे हैं, we get to know how much you have learned from it, right? So that we can measure the impact and give you further suggestions and guidance. So every session will be followed by an assessment and by an assignment. तो एक छोटा सा टेस्ट होगा और एक आपको प्रोजेक्ट या एक असाइनमेंट करना होगा, एंड उसके हर असाइनमेंट के जो इंस्ट्रक्शंस आएंगे दे विल रीच टू यू ओवर योर ईमेल आईडीज. तो आपको जब मेल पे असाइनमेंट आएगा या असेसमेंट आएगा और उसके इंस्ट्रक्शंस आएंगे, आपको एग्जैक्टली वो इंस्ट्रक्शंस को फॉलो करते हुए असाइनमेंट या असेसमेंट को सबमिट करना है. दोज इंस्ट्रक्शंस विल इंक्लूड किस टाइम पे आपको सबमिट करना है, उसके बाद आप सबमिट नहीं कर पाएंगे XYZ, राइट? तो आपको उस पर बड़ा विजिलेंट रहना है सो दैट यू डोंट मिस आउट ऑन द टाइमलाइंस, which is highly important, because students who will be missing out on the timelines in any submission unfortunately will not be finishing the course, because we'll not be able to provide certificates to them. Okay, so that is critically important that you finish all your assignments and assessments after the sessions. Okay, अब हम में से कुछ जने डर रहे होंगे कि ये असेसमेंट्स का एक और ऊपर से और नया कुछ आ गया है, कॉलेज का काम पहले ही खत्म नहीं हो रहा है, ये नए असेसमेंट्स. So let me tell you very frankly or clearly, what we have done in this assessment is no heavily loaded work, but just to trigger your thought process. तो सेशन के बाद जब आप एक्साइट होते हैं, ऐसा सबके साथ होता है ना. Let's say I attend a particular session and हमने कोई एक मूवी देखी and we get excited. Wow, this is something amazing. मैंने एक अच्छी सी लोकेशन देख ली, I have to be there, right? अब मूवी के बाद हम अपने जब काम में लग जाते हैं, फिर वो चीज दिमाग से निकल जाती है, राइट? तो उसकी इंपॉर्टेंस खत्म होते जाती है. नाउ इन दीज ट्रांसफॉर्मेटिव टीचिंग सेशंस, वी डोंट वांट दैट यू लूज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ दीज द coaching and the training that we are going to deliver in these sessions. So they have to stay with you. They have to stay with you forever. For us to do that, first stepping stone is for us to do the assessment, quick assessments, and understand आपने कितना grab किया. उसके अकॉर्डिंग हमारे जो बाकी सेशंस हैं वो लाइन अप होता है. ऑलराइट, एनी क्वेश्चन स्टिल हियर? इफ यू हैव, प्लीज फील फ्री टू पुट इट ऑन द चैट बॉक्स, और इफ यू वांट टू अनम्यूट एंड स्पीक टू मी, यू कैन डू दैट. शिवांगी ने एक टेक्स्ट किया था, ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इज अ रेडिकल चेंज. यस, टू एन एक्सटेंट यस. Okay. All right, so if you have got any questions still here, please put it on the chat box, or you can unmute and speak to me. So as I said, these are the general instructions. Attendance is mandatory in all the sessions. All assessments and assignments are to be submitted as the sessions progress. Cameras you have to turn on while attending the sessions. Today, even if some of you are facing certain challenges, बैकग्राउंड ठीक नहीं है या कैमरा काम नहीं कर रहा है या बैंडविड्थ नहीं है, सब लोग साथ में बैठे हुए हो, व्हाटएवर चैलेंजेस, ये आज इस वाले सेशन के बाद, फ्रॉम द नेक्स्ट सेशन टुमारो, जस्ट इंश्योर दैट इट्स नॉट रिपीटेड. Okay.
Arpit ji, one more point with your permission. People those are joining on the YouTube, जो लोग सामने हमारे साथ Zoom पे डायरेक्टली नहीं जुड़े हुए, लेकिन कॉलेज के वो छात्र छात्राएं, बॉयज एंड गर्ल्स जो YouTube पर आ रहे हैं और वहां पर आप अपना नाम और GCE 20 लिख रहे हैं चंडीगढ़, तो आप भी हकदार हैं उस सर्टिफिकेट के. अगर आपके व्यूज और कमेंट्स YouTube पर आते रहेंगे, you will also be getting the certificate of participation. Arpit ji, please go ahead.
Correct. Rightly said. Thank you, sir, for adding that. तो जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स जो YouTube पे हैं साथ में, please be highly active. And we will be going across your comments, or also according we'll keep replying and responding. So yeah, please be attentive. All right, so let's begin. So there is a QR code. Those who can scan it quickly, please do scan. All the students do scan this code from your mobile phones. If you are connected through a mobile phone itself right now in the session, then perhaps you can use some other device to scan it. किसी का स्कैन नहीं हो पा रहा है या किसी को कोई इशू है स्कैन करने में, प्लीज पुट इट ऑन द चैट बॉक्स. और इसको आप जैसे ही स्कैन करेंगे ये एक फॉर्म ओपन करेगा. प्लीज स्टार्ट फिलिंग दैट फॉर्म. देयर आर सम क्वेश्चंस व्हिच यू हैव टू आंसर. तो मैं भी आपको स्कैन कर लेता हूँ एक. इसको जब स्कैन करेंगे इस तरीके का एक फॉर्म ओपन करेगा. स्टार्ट फिलिंग दैट फॉर्म. और हम यहाँ पे चेक करते हैं आप में से कितने लोगों ने साइन इन कर लिया है. ये फॉर्म फिल करने के लिए वी हैव 5 minutes. There are certain questions on your understanding of what engaging classrooms are, what styles of teaching you have acquired. So हम कुछ questions के through ये diagnostic test ले रहे हैं so that we understand हम किस momentum पे हैं अभी. If any one of you has not been able to scan it, please put it on the chat box. Navjot, you are not able to scan it. Nidhi, you are having some issues in scanning. Navjot, आपके पास डिवाइस है, आप स्कैन नहीं कर पा रहे हो या आपके पास डिवाइस नहीं है अभी इसको स्कैन करने के लिए? If you can let us know that as well. Okay, so I think Navjot, आप जो है सेम ही डिवाइस पे आप अपने मोबाइल फोन से मीटिंग भी अटेंड कर रहे हो और इसको स्कैन करने का कोशिश कर रहे हो. Could be a difficult thing. तो नो प्रॉब्लम. इन दैट केस आप किसी फ्रेंड से सेम लिंक ले सकते हो वंस अगर उनका ओपन हो गया है. व्हाट्सएप पे या किसी पे आप वो लिंक मंगा के आप उसको ओपन कर सकते हैं. And I'm pasting that link here. Okay. So it will be better for everyone. Sir, can you please send the Google form link in chat box? Okay, just a moment. Let us do this. बाकी लोग फॉर्म को फिल करते रहें. Keep answering the questions. And I would want to know if you have found something interesting in that set of questions.
That picture is wonderful in between, which you have put. Identify the person.
Sorry, I'm extremely sorry. Some network issue and I got disconnected while I was doing it. अच्छा, तो अब आप में से जिनको नहीं मिला है वो फॉर्म, please take it here. So chat box पे I have entered the link, and those who have not been able to access can click on this and access it. All right, so we have received 29 responses till now. And let me see, who are these? Megha, Arshdeep, Aina, Samiksha, Anjali, Tashi, Sahibpreet, Padma, Parash, Amisha, Sonali, Shiron, Anmol, Japjeet, Rupanshi, Tripti, Kajal, Shivani, Kavita, Nidhi, Rashmi, Simran, Kamini, Sarika, Savitaz, Akshita, Gagandeep, Kusum, Chakshita and Kriti, Vanchika. We have received your responses. बाकी लोग भी इसको finish करें. You have almost 2 minutes more to do. And meanwhile, can I have Aina unmute and come to talk? Aina डर गई है, पता नहीं क्या पूछ लेंगे सर. Aina, डरने की कोई बात नहीं है. Some general questions. Where are you? Please unmute yourself. Aina or Anjali, Samiksha, if you are there around, Kriti. I'm just calling some random names. Yeah, you can unmute.
Sir.
All right, okay. So Aina, what did you like about the assessment? Any particular question which gauged your attention? आपको लगा कि हाँ ये तो बड़ा interesting था.
Sir, I like the funny picture.
You like the funny picture, okay. और बाकी questions were troubling you, and then all of a sudden that funny picture excited you. Okay. Savitaz, if you can answer.
So there was this question about classroom engagement. So I chose the option where you observe the students' behavior during class, but there was another option of multiple choice. That I feel is not always possible at the end of the class. You cannot really give a test every time, but I do feel like that's a better option if you have time.
Okay, great. We'll be discussing on all these inputs as the session keep on progressing, but good, nice. Yeah, anyone else who would want to share their experience of doing the assessment? अच्छा, पहले ये बताओ सबको ये assessment कितना difficult लगा करने में? So any one or two of you can answer. Neha, for Neha Thapa. Yeah. Neha, how difficult was this assessment for you to attempt? Unmute yourself. देखो मैं कभी भी किसी का नाम लेता हूँ. हाँ, okay, Neha, you are able to hear, right? Yes,
Sir,
Neha.
I'm not completing the assessment.
You have not done it yet?
No.
Okay, continue. Finish it quickly. Can I have Abhilash? If you have completed, you can speak. Sonam Bhatia, Sonam, you can speak. How difficult was it to do the assessment? Sonam, you can unmute yourself.
Sir, I'm audible.
Yes, you are, Sonam. हाँ. तो
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm confused in between some questions. Sir, actually, first two में तो not था, but third and fourth question में note नहीं था. मैंने गलती से गलत option choose कर लिया था. उसके बाद फिर मैंने answer change करा.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's great. Chalo. Are confusions good or bad? Generally, in life. Are confusions good or bad?
Sir, I think sometimes it's good.
And this is too objective for me to ask it this way, but ठीक है, एक बार holistically पूछते हैं. Are confusions good or bad in life? हाँ, कुछ you were saying something. And anyone else can also just raise hand or unmute and answer. Are confusions good or bad in life?
Sir,
Yes,
may I?
yes, Savitas. Yeah, please go ahead.
They are good when you don't have to choose, but when you have to choose something, they become hard. Theoretically, they are good. Theoretically, it is very good to have confusions. Practically, it becomes hard.
Practically, it becomes hard. Okay, I'll take that as an input. I'll give my understanding on it as well. But yeah, nicely put in. Okay, anyone else who would like to add? Parash says good because we learn from them. Okay. Anyone else who would like to add? Meanwhile, others are attempting their assessment. They are good as they help in strengthening your decision making, Megha says. Okay.
Hello, sir. हेलो आवाज आ रही है सर?
हाँ अभिलाष बोले आप बोले बिल्कुल आ रही है आपकी।
कंफ्यूजन बहुत अच्छा है क्योंकि जैसे ये सबक देते हैं, एक्सपीरियंस देते हैं कि अगर जैसे हमारे जीवन में कुछ गलत होता है तो उससे हम सीखते हैं, सबक लेते हैं सर।
ठीक है, ओके ओके, सबके अपने अपने इनपुट्स हैं, नथिंग, नोबडी इज राइट और रॉन्ग हियर। सो कंफ्यूजन्स, यस कंफ्यूजन्स जैसे कहते हैं ना, any invention or any discovery requires certain level of curiosity. So any curiosity requires some level of confusion. So it starts from confusion, और वो वहां से it keeps on getting built up. Now what happens is sometimes when we are confused in real time situations, the end solution is finding the problem for the solution for that problem for which you are getting confused. वो solution see sometimes they become so large that they try to solve a massive problem across, you know, the different spheres of life. So confusions in a way are good only when you are curious to solve them, right? Otherwise you become a confused soul for everything and they don't end up in any fruitful outcome. So yeah, good responses. And now I hope all of you have submitted your assignments. I have received around 89, which is good. I think all of you have mostly done it. These kind of assignments will keep on happening across the sessions. Okay, so I was just trying to give you a little flavor of your fare for the assessments that we are going to do. So इस तरीके के assessments, just for a quick check on your understanding, we'll do. Let me just go to one of the questions wherein I have received a interesting response. तो आपने जब असेसमेंट अभी किया, आपको उसके इमीडिएट करेक्ट आंसर्स का कॉपी आ गया है आपके पास? Were you able to see the right responses? Good. So now one takeaway from today's session is to go through all these responses and make your own notes, make your own understanding against each question where you went wrong. Am I clear with the instructions? So let's say one of the question was, which of the following is not an effective strategy for improving classroom engagement? Let's say आपने उसमें option A को select किया and option A was wrong. Okay, so what do you think about your response जब आपने उसको select किया था, and after going through the right response, what do you feel about it? So your ideas on each question where you went wrong, you have to write it. This assignment will come to you over your email as well. तो आपको उसी पे वापस submit करना है जो link आएगा उस पे. All right? Okay. Good. So now let me share my screen once again. So let's talk about digital literacy. And when we say digital literacy, today in this session, we are going to be very specific on impact of technology on education. Okay, now again, I want some of you to be interacting with me, letting me know either on a chat or direct interaction of how technology has impacted the teaching. So first, your understanding. Okay, then we will see this slide and we'll talk more about it. Start giving me some inputs. So let's say I'll pick some names. Okay, Niharika, give me some inputs of how technology has impacted education. Niharika, Tripti, Akshita, Amulya, whosoever has not spoken yet, please be interactive.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, Niharika, you are.
Sir, it encouraged distance learning as resources ज़्यादा increase हो गए हैं तो हम लोग distance learning कर पाते हैं जो पहले possible नहीं थी technology से पहले.
Okay, one is online connection. अभी भी हम लोग जिस तरीके से एक दूसरे से connect कर रहे हैं, because of technology we are able to do this, right? So
Yes,
this is one form of it, wherein online connectivity increased because of technology. Point taken. Next point, Parash.
Sir, may I?
Who was that? Sorry, come again.
Sir, technology enables, it has enabled new ways of learning.
Like, be a little bit more elaborative. हाँ अक्षता उस पे आप और ऐड करें. It has enabled new ways of learning. Like what? Am I audible? Just give me a thumbs up. Am I audible? Am I audible to all of us? You can just give a thumbs up to say yes. All right. Okay. So anyone else who would want to add? How technology has...
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, now you are.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. I'm Shachi. Sir, am I
Good afternoon.
audible?
Yes, yes, Shachi. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sir, we keep on talking about Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. So technology has done exactly that. We can search for all the journals, articles from all over the world. So in that way, research can be integrated with education.
Fantastic point. So one point taken, that technology has enabled online connection between any two individuals across the globe. Second is, it has also enabled a deeper research work. So prior to technology, research was limited to physical library spaces, right? Or certain subscriptions or direct connections and networks with people. But now you have immense of research options available with the availability of internet across. Okay, point taken. What else? And I'm getting some responses on the chat as well. I'll take them. But I would like somebody else to speak also on this. So those who have not taken a chance till now, please be active. See, all the responses that I'm reading right now are more or less talking about online connectivity, about research, about resources that are available on the internet. Okay.
So
Yes.
also, it is a very futuristic approach, considering if we talk about things that are going to happen in future, they are going to be more technology oriented. So they kind of prepare you for that.
Point taken. Point taken. Technology makes the education futuristic. Good. But अभी कोई out of the box ideas निकल के नहीं आ रहे हैं आपके technology को लेके. So guys, gear up. Just think around. Okay, let me give you some examples. तो हम थोड़ी सी curiosity बढ़ाते हैं यहाँ पे. Okay. How many of us have visited New Delhi? Chat box. For these kind of questions, just type chat box. Yes, yes, like that. Many of us would have. How many of us have visited United States of America? Any state there? No, yes, no, no. For the ones who have written no, if you want to know something about United States or any country for that matter, something about Dubai, let's say, something about Singapore, will you be able to do it? Will you be able to do it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
I'm asking some very, seemingly silly questions, right? But let's try to see where I'm trying to go. 10 years back, not 10 years exactly, but around 15 years back, how we used to book our train tickets or flight tickets or hotel bookings. I'll tell you how that was done. So we would go to a particular city, come out from the railway station, speak to, the auto walas, the rickshaw walas, कौन सा होटल अच्छा है पास में जहाँ रुक सकते हैं, right? They would take based on their preference and their margins and commission set with the hotels, and they would guide us. This was like 15 years, 20 years back. What has happened with technology? Now we can book it on the mobile phone itself. So a transformation has happened. Now with education, similar kind of transformation has happened across. So it's not just online connectivity or availability of digital resources or the research material or connecting with people. The whole gamut has, in terms of digital tools, there are many tools which now we as teachers can use to bring in a change in the classroom. We can make our classrooms more magical, more theatrical, right? So there are many tools across different subjects. You want to analyze the behavior of a child, you have a tool. You want to see the segmentation in the classroom, whether those are video learners, those are kinesthetic learners, those are auditory learners, you have a tool. You want to do something creative with mathematics, do some simulations in science, talk something about geography, you have tools available. So there are immense of tools available for you to use. So that's one of the transformation that technology has done in education. Next is that this technology has opened up multiple opportunities for anyone to self-learn. So when you are going to be there in the front, leading as teachers, educators for the new age of students who are coming up, you should be very much aware. Technology ka input sabke paas hai already. Immense of knowledge and information is already there. How you have to channelize that using technology is what we need to work around. Wo skill hame develop karna hai, right? So let's see this particular slide and look at the reasons for integrating technology in education. The kind of lesson plans that we make. So our lesson plans will be more richer, more quicker. We can specify them for different categories of students. Individualized learning plans can be created when you have technology in hand. Otherwise, doing this without technology becomes real challenging, right? So that's one thing. Similarly, if you have to deliver 21st century skills, abhi student ko batana hai, how to, let's say, how does a motor work? So rather than giving a full length theoretical display, why don't I do it live? So 21st century skills, sare hi core competency skills, all 4 C's will be taken care of when you have technology in place, right? So this one screenshot of how important is the integration of technology in education makes it quite clear. So ab mere ko is pe kuch examples chahiye. Like for example, hands-on learning. What do we mean by hands-on learning and how technology is enabling it? People who have not participated till now, please be active. I'm repeating it again and again because ICSI is monitoring this. The whole set of audience across the globe are monitoring this, and people who will be active will be awarded as well. So be active across the sessions. What do you think is hands-on learning and how technology is enabling hands-on learning for students? तो कौन इसका आंसर देने वाला है मुझे? अच्छा, हम में से कुछ ऐसे भी हैं जिनको पता ही नहीं चल रहा है हैंड्स ऑन लर्निंग होता क्या है, क्या पूछ लिया ये? Then also raise your hands. Just raise your hands in the front of the camera. I mean, there can be a case like this, sir. And which is completely fine. See, the whole idea of transformative teaching is first for us to be curious. अगर हमें नहीं पता है ना, बिल्कुल शर्म नहीं होनी चाहिए पूछने के लिए कि वो क्या है, right? That is where that seed of curiosity will get incepted in you. So don't shy away from not acknowledging that you don't know it, which is fine. और अगर आपको पता है और फिर आप बोल नहीं रहे हो, तो that's a bigger crime. Right? So Nancy, any input from you? Mamta, any input from you? Rankita, any input from you? So shall I assume right now that from this whole batch of 90 students here, 90 future educators here, you are not aware of what hands-on learning is? कोई तो guess मारो, कोई तो input दो.
Sir, basically hands-on learning is learning through direct experiences by learning by doing.
Okay, अच्छा, आप में से कुछ लोग यहाँ message पे answers लिख रहे हैं, which is okay, which is also good. But see, Damam, Rankita, Mamta, you can unmute and speak. Like while I'm asking you, just unmute and speak on this so that this interaction can keep on going. Hands-on learning means doing things practically, learning through experiences. Okay, so now we understand what hands-on learning is. Hands-on experiences, hands-on learning is that you're doing something using your hands, something tangible you are using to do it, right? Now, how technology is enabling it? That's the second question. And Aina answers it. Technology enables hands-on learning. Like through technology, students can search information quickly and apply them in their projects. Okay, I will add to that. Any more responses on how technology is enabling hands-on experience?
Yes, sir. Technology से हम बता सकते हैं, जैसे हम PowerPoint presentation का इस्तेमाल करते हैं बच्चों को पढ़ाने के लिए, तो PPT के थ्रू क्रिएटिव हम तरीका अपना सकते हैं उनको सिखाने के लिए.
ओके, उसको एक इनडायरेक्ट अप्रोच हम मान लेते हैं कि हम टेक्नोलॉजी का यहाँ पे यूज कर रहे हैं और उसके थ्रू कुछ डेमोन्स्ट्रेशंस कर रहे हैं सो दैट हैंड्स ऑन लर्निंग में उसका प्रैक्टिकल इंप्लीमेंटेशन हो सके. लेट मी जस्ट ऐड अ लिटिल बिट मोर ऑन टॉप ऑफ इट. और ये जो पर्टिकुलर स्क्रीन आप सब देख रहे हैं, इसके अंदर ये जितने भी टैग्स हमने यूज किए हैं अक्रॉस द डिफरेंट सेक्शंस, more resources, quicker, easy access, classroom collaborative discussions, research capabilities. ये सारे ही points पे you should think around how technology supports them. जब हम ये सोचने लगेंगे how technology can support this, then you will be able to make use of it. Correct? So, in terms of hands-on learning is something which you do it live, right? Which you do it practically, implemented practically. So कोई भी ऐसा program, whether it is science related, whether it is technology related, maybe robotics, maybe space sciences, maybe कोई छोटे if we are talking about the younger crowd, so we will have certain games which they will do. Learning can happen any which ways. If there is a technology support added to it, you will be able to have measurable outcomes. You will be able to record the trends, right? तो एक बच्चे ने अप्रैल में क्या किया था और उसी बच्चे ने नवंबर में क्या किया था, to remember this is a challenge in terms of for any human for that matter. But when you have a record of this placed properly using the software or any technology support, then it becomes interesting to do it and easy to do it, right? अब ये सब करना कैसे है? Because most of these things we know, however we have not explored them much. Example, if I have to modify my lesson plan for some specific students, okay, this is going to be one of the most challenging tasks when you are there on the field. हमें individualized learning plans बनाने हैं student के लिए. Some child who is interested in music is not interested in mathematics at all. तो उसका interest कैसे बनाए कि उसको कोई एक musical activity दें कि वो maths में interest दिखाए, is a problem statement. Now, how do you use and what do you use is a question that you have to think and answer, right? So इस तरीके से for each of these points, just do your own level of brainstorming as to how technology inputs will help achieving them. ठीक है, तो हम कुछ tools देखते हैं और उससे पहले इस question को answer करते हैं. So is technology limited to ICT hardware and software tools to display and share content, conduct assessments, share assignments, or is it much deep? I'll just repeat myself. जो टेक्नोलॉजी की हम बात कर रहे हैं, so whenever the first thing that comes to our mind when we say technology in education is कि हमारे पास स्मार्ट बोर्ड्स होंगे, प्रोजेक्टर्स होंगे, क्लासरूम में ऑडियो सपोर्ट होगा, हमारे पास इंटरनेट कनेक्शन होगा, हमारे पास कोई सॉफ्टवेयर्स होंगे, कुछ रिसोर्सेज होंगे. बट क्या टेक्नोलॉजी यही है या टेक्नोलॉजी इससे बहुत डीप है, इज द क्वेश्चन. सो अगर इससे डीप है देन व्हाट इट इज, और अगर यही है then just let me know in the chat box, or if you can comment, unmute and speak also. Yes, guys who have not participated, please feel free to do that. देखो मेरे साथ तो ना बहुत अजीब हो जाता है in a way कि अगर कोई सेशन ले रहा है and I am attending as an audience और मैं अगर बोलूं नहीं तो मुझे तो नींद ही आ जाती है थोड़ी देर में. तो आई वुड अप्रिशिएट वो सब जो अभी जगे हुए हैं, जो अलाइव हैं, आफ्टर 1.5 hour ऑफ नॉट सेइंग एनीथिंग. And no sir, it's really surprising. I mean, I appreciate, like for example, I'm seeing some of the faces who are very keenly listening to us, which is also giving a good input, but बिना बोले कैसे, ये समझ नहीं आ रहा है. Are you all alive? Good to know that. AI and DI is also there. Great. Artificial intelligence, data intelligence. It is much deep. Technology is more vast. Keep giving responses. Megha, you would want to add something? It is much deep as it has enabled everyone to learn at their own pace, time, speed. Okay, name some technologies that you have come across. हम टेक्नोलॉजी पे इतनी बात कर रहे हैं, so technology is everything related with hardware and software, but that hardware is not necessarily ICT hardware. ICT क्या है? Information and communication technology. Information and communication means जो क्लास में हमें learning, teaching, delivery के लिए चाहिए, which is our screens, projectors, smart boards, music, audio systems. So that comes in ICT hardware. But other than ICT hardware, there are many styles of hardware available across. So what kind of technologies you have come across? Reena says it is deep, such as Chat GPT, which is an AI. Fantastic. We'll talk about this. Or कौन-कौन सी technology you have come across? Nanotechnology, Amrinder has come across. Okay, Amrinder, give me some example. Keep adding certain examples so that it makes it more meaningful, and I also understand that you have a grasp of what you are saying. Okay, so machines and automobiles technology, biotech, Google. Yeah, अब हम थोड़ा शायद सोचने लगे हैं. Okay, great. 3D printing, virtual reality. Keep putting it in the bucket. डालते जाओ फटाफट अपने thoughts. Google search, yeah, so search engines, definitely a technology. Virtual assistants, technology, good. Jobs access with speech, all online courses like Samam Diksha, graphic designing, MOOCs, animation, Internet of Things, household machines, Internet of Things. Shachi, add some examples so that everyone else also understands. जो भी थोड़ा सा off the course technology जा रहा है, first you add examples and then we will take it as a holistic view. Swayam, Alexa, holograms. Wow, I like this. Okay, keep adding. अच्छा मेगा, हमने holograms कहाँ देखे भी आसपास? Where have you come across? Please add that. And you can speak while I'm asking you by calling your names. You can unmute and speak. Sonam says digital marketing, LinkedIn, to connect with people, distance learning courses. Wow, great. So now you have started to think around how technology is, completely surrounding us. If you actually sit in your room and you just in an empty room also, and you just look around, you will come across at least 5 or 6 technologies that are helping you sit there, right? So you will have perhaps electricity coming to your house. So that's coming in through some technological input. Like that, technology is surrounded everywhere. Now in education system, when we restrict this technology just to ICT and some software tools, the challenges increase. फिर क्या होता है ना, हम relate नहीं कर पाते उससे. So what we need to do as educators, you are going to be the batch who is going to at least handle, we are 100 here in this session, 100, and at least I would say in 5 years of your teaching journey, you will at least be dealing with 3,000 to 4,000 students individually. So 3,000 to 4,000 students multiplied by these 100 is around 300,000 students. 3 lakh students, you can create a difference, you can make a change. That's what the idea is. So हम technology का apt use क्या करें should be our goal, right? So let's explore some of the interesting tools. Some of them you are already aware of, but इसी तरीके से there are thousands of tools available now. What we need to do is to have a sharp eye on these tools and when and where we are going to use them. Create your own research work, your own lesson plans, even before you are joining some job. Whether it's a private job, whether it's a government job, whether it's a school in India, whether it's a school outside the country, whether you join a corporate house, anywhere you go, your research work should start from day one, which is like today itself, right? So let's say platforms like these are all free to use. Quiz platform. Create as many quizzes as you want, as many categories of quiz as you want. Utilize a massive pool of resources which it has, right? So we don't require to re-engineer the wheel which is already there, but try to use it more creatively. All of us have heard about ChatGPT. Okay, now there are merits, demerits of each of these tools. We have to focus on merits as well as educate our young learners, educate ourselves about the demerits, so that we don't fall prey to using the demerits of a particular technology. Got it? So ChatGPT है. अब ChatGPT के क्या uses हैं? All of us must be aware of. I'm assuming it right now. But हम थोड़ा सा discuss करेंगे कुछ tools पे. Okay. How many of you have heard about this platform Quiz? Quizzes is the right pronunciation. Chat box पे फटाफट लिखना शुरू करें. Yes or no? No. Okay. No. Oh, most of them. Oh, all of you are saying no. No, yes here. That's beautiful. Oh, yes. Shachi finally says yes. Shachi, you definitely deserve a prize from my side. Okay. Megha says, I've used FED simulations. Fantastic. So some of these depend on what kind of interests you line up with, what subjects you will be undertaking, which is okay. But all in all, we all must be aware of the kind of tools which will be available for you to be using in your regular day-to-day classrooms, right? And when I say classrooms, I'm assuming we are going to be placed there either in a government setup or in a private setup in this coming year, right? Or you join any corporate house, you join any particular organization for that matter, wherein you are contributing to the academics intelligentsia of that organization. So these tools are immensely going to help you. And not just these, like this is perhaps less than 1% of the total pool, right? So please be vigilant on that. Let me give you a quick insight of each one of them so that it opens up your eyes of what you can do. Okay, so some of these tools we are aware of. Khan Academy, yes. ChatGPT, definitely yes. The apt uses of ChatGPT you will have to exploring. Let me start from Socratic. So Socratic is again a quizzing app wherein you have a vast plenty of critical thinking based questions available, which can be used to create assessments. Okay, do try to explore it. Let's talk about Internet Archive. Have you ever heard about Internet Archive? How many of us have heard about it? You can just raise your hand in front of the cameras so that I can see quickly. Fantastic. I can see a few of you. Shivangi, Tripti, Niharika, Niharika I have spoken with. Rankita, you guys have not given any input till now. Whenever you feel a chance to do that, please do it. Right? Okay. Let me open this. Can somebody read this for me? So maybe Niharika can read this for me. Or for all of us. Niharika, you're there? Or Tripti? Yeah, Niharika, you are there.
Hello. Yes, sir. So Internet Archive is a non-profit library of millions of free books, movies, software, music, websites, and more.
Okay, thank you, Niharika, for doing this. So Internet Archive is a non-profit library of, this is what I want all of you to focus on. What else do we want now? Millions of free books, movies, software, music, websites. So one home assignment for this session. You have to go to Internet Archive and search Sir Ken Robinson here. How many of us have heard about Ken Robinson? You can just put it in the chat, yes or a no. If you haven't heard, then I would suggest you to please go and search about Sir Ken Robinson. He is now no more, but you should definitely be watching his talks, the books that he has written. And interestingly, I'll show you something which is on my... Yeah, just a second. Where am I? Coincidentally, I have a book on creative schools by Ken Robinson. Right? So I am doing marketing for this book on his or the publication house's behalf. But why I'm doing it is because I have a conviction that this is going to change the perspective of how you look at the education system, right? So now Internet Archive is a collection of some millions and millions of resources, all books, all video libraries, and everything related with education, right? So you have got a plentiful of resources to be used for any reference for your own research, your own skill development, your own understanding, and further when you are there in the classrooms or you are working there as professionals, you can use them for further delivery, right? You can use them as rich resources. And since they are free to use, they are copyright free, so you can use them as you want. Right? So do take note of this particular resource. And like this, keep on hunting resources which you can use in your regular day-to-day transactions. This is going to be highly important. All right, so coming back to our slide. So this was about Internet Archive, which is going to help you out. How many of us have heard about Thought Company? THOUGST, CEO. Again, I want them in a chat box, yes or a no. Some of you are saying yes, some of you are saying no. Okay, so for the ones who are saying it no, most of you are saying no. How to be my favorite for this slide. Megha says a yes for these unexplored ones. Got it? Okay. Let's see what it is. Ooh, science, technology, mathematics, humanities, languages, different resources, teaching plans. It has got immense of resources for you to be getting as creative as you want, right? So websites like these or resources like these should become your handy resources. ये हमेशा हमारे पास ready reckoner references रहने चाहिए. Gone are those days wherein हम particular publishers, particular books पे rely करें और उन्हीं को base मान के we keep on reiterating our lectures. Same चीज हम repeat करें, doesn't make any difference. Contemporary things are changing as we speak, right? So these resources, they are getting updated as we speak. So these should be your handy resources to be using across your journey. So what I'm trying to do here is not to promote a particular resource, but to give you insight that you have got millions and millions of options available for doing your own research. And when I say your research as academicians, you know the importance of it, and you will know and realize it more once you are there in action, right? So keep your homework done properly all the time. Similar kind of resource you have as GeoGebra. You have resource with TED Talks. I'm not sure how many of us are ardent followers or we do follow certain speakers on TED, but this is something you should be doing. This is something which you should be also sharing it with the students when you are there out, right? So that we can inspire people, we can motivate them. We know how things work. Okay, so आप TED पे थोड़ा फोकस करें. डिस्कवरी एजुकेशन. हम लोग सभी बचपन में ना डिस्कवरी चैनल को लेके बड़ा एक्साइटेड रहते थे, because Discovery channel would show something which was not easily understandable and approachable. So Discovery would show something going on in Himalayas, would show something going on in International Space Station, would talk about dolphins, would do some crazy documentaries. तो मजा आ जाता था देख के. Now what Discovery Education has done is उसने सारा का सारा collection को एक जगह पे रख के it has opened the resources for us to refer to, right? So अभी किसी को किसी बारे में explain करने से better है we utilize these resources which have been well researched, documented properly, and then we make the right use of them. Talk about Global Schools program. This particular program, I would definitely recommend all of you to go through this, the lesson plans that this program provides. This program is developed by United Nations and all Sustainable Development Goals. Sorry, let me just open it. I have not hyperlinked it, no problem. So it talks about all the Sustainable Development Goals and how in your lesson plans, and they've created a complete curriculum. So you can take the references of their lesson plans, of their conceptual maps, and see how Sustainable Development Goals can be integrated into regular classroom teaching. Right? तो आप कितना creative हो सकते हैं अपने planning के अंदर, the execution is then to be taken care of. So Sustainable Development Goals, जितने भी world के सबसे बड़े challenges हैं, hunger, poverty, quality education, whatever, all those should become a part of your day-to-day instructions. तो जब भी हम बात कर रहे हैं स्टूडेंट से, जब हम कुछ एक्सप्लेन कर रहे हैं, जब हम कोई प्रेजेंटेशन दे रहे हैं, जब हम अपने आइडिया शेयर कर रहे हैं, this Sustainable Development Goal should become a part of it. And these guys have created a wonderful curriculum already, along with detailed lesson plans, right? So हर concept को हमको किस तरीके से, with project ideas, with their interlinkages across the different curriculums, across different territories, across different regions, across different cultures. So इन लोगों ने बड़ा interesting तरीके से उसको किया है. What we can do is take references from there, customize it, localize it, and then implement it. Right? So इस तरीके के resources, there are immense of them. Just wanted to give you a quick glimpse so that you get that spark कि हाँ मतलब ये research जरूरी है. Right? Abhilash says, sir, yeah, this is nice, amazing, sir. We are only limited to Google searches. Absolutely. So that is what we don't wish to do, because when you are limited with a particular search engine, or let's say some particular resources, then we kind of restrict ourselves in that environment. And now that's not the case. अब हमारे पास इतना availability hai resources ka, wherein we can create some new environment altogether, right? So keep exploring it. Okay, that's great. So what are we trying to do with all this technological inputs? So basically, digital literacy is about achieving global competencies. I'm pretty sure we all know what global competencies are. There are 6 global competencies, and we call it as 6 C's in education. So first is character education. Second is citizenship, which will lead to global citizenship as well. Third is communication. Fourth C stands for critical thinking and problem solving. Fifth is for collaboration. Sixth is for creativity and imagination. तो हम जितना भी काम करेंगे, हम जो अपना रिसर्च करेंगे, हम जो कुछ एग्जीक्यूट करेंगे, is going to somehow serve one of these C's. So in an education setup, in this whole education setting, the way technology helps us, the way we have to think of using technology is कि technology का use करके मैं either of these 6 C's को, ये global competencies को enhance कर रहा हूँ, खुद के लिए भी और मेरे learners के लिए भी. Got it? So can anyone give me some insights of what character education is? और फिर हम बात करेंगे हम डिजिटल यूसेज के साथ उसको कैसे इंक्रीज कर सकते हैं.
I would request you, we all should take active part. We all should take active part. Those are here, whether on the YouTube or you are direct on the screen, on the Zoom. I would make a humble request, kindly take active part because it is for the benefit of all of you. And this is going as a CSR activity from our side, complimentary, free of cost. You should appreciate that. It's a great efforts which have been put in. We all should take active part. I would request each one of you, please.
Rightly said. So yeah, be as active as you can. और अगर आपको नहीं भी आता है, be very open about it. If you have some vague ideas about certain strands, speak on that. We will discuss it, and then you will get more clarity.
So character education can include a lot of things, moral science, like loosely translating it into moral and ethical values that we imbibe into children, with various teachings in subjects, languages, even through science and everything. So through the subjects that we basically teach them the things that are good for character building and everything.
Good input, good input. So let's say if we have to take an example, I teach science or I teach language. How do I imbibe character building aspects in it? Number one. And what is the role of technology in doing it? Savitas, you can answer, or if anyone else wishes to answer, yeah, do that. Meanwhile, I'm just reading a few responses which are coming on the chat box. So in terms of I'll just repeat my question. In terms of developing moral values, giving ethical values, ethical insights, or character building aspects from the subjects, how can that be done within the subjects, and how technology helps in doing it? Okay, give your insights.
So generally,
Yeah, Savitas, continue.
Yes, basically through stories and everything, and also we can include visual things like movies and all, and they kind of bring out emotions in children which otherwise they would not really think that much about things. Autobiographies can be introduced in general. So I think something like that.
Yeah, good, nice input. So in terms of languages, I think yes, that works. Every subject for that matter, let's say technical subjects like science or maths, they can also, we can include a lot of activities which helps in character education. Let me give you one small example, ताकि हम सबको समझ में आए. Water is important for us, and water is important for all living beings, right? अभी बच्चे को ये समझाना है कि पानी सबके लिए जरूरी है. There could be some story, there could be some activity, there could be some live example, right? So if I am a science teacher and I have to include this aspect in my session, or I'm a social science teacher, what do I do? छोटे-छोटे examples create कर सकते हैं. So what I'll just give an example, and like this, many examples can be incorporated depending on the age group, depending on the subjects. So now let's say water is important for all living beings. Okay, so there are two objectives for me telling this. One, we should not be wasting water. Second, everyone should have an access of clean water. Right? So ये दो मेरे objectives के साथ I want to do it. So what I do is, perhaps I'll try to bring a sapling in my class. We will water it first day and we will stop watering it after that. क्या होगा उस sapling के साथ? After 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, maybe, what will happen? It will die, right? मुरझा जाएगा, खराब हो जाएगा. Direct impact जो students, जो छोटे बच्चे हैं, right now I'm talking about, let's say, grade, early years, the kindergarten or maybe grade 1, 2, wherein they understand the importance of water in life, for everyone's life. So they will understand कि पानी जितना ज़्यादा हमारे लिए ज़रूरी है, उतना ही इनके लिए भी ज़रूरी है. Now we relate it with the other aspects, right? Now when we say other aspects, then we talk about wastage of water. So that's how character can be introduced across the different subjects. Now, how technology helps it? Now, that's my second question.
और हम वाटर डॉक्यूमेंट्री दिखाकर बच्चों को मतलब उत्साहित कर सकते हैं पानी बचाने के लिए.
Okay, good. What else? हम बहुत projects बनवा सकते हैं बच्चों के साथ, right? Waste water management, rain water management, controlling wastage within the house, using Internet of Things. अब जैसे हम age group में change होते जाएंगे, वैसे हम चीजों को use कर सकते हैं. Some of you had said Internet of Things. So using Internet of Things, I can actually control the complete water usage in a particular house. Let me give you an example. I am right now in Dubai, and there is this organization called Dubai Electricity and Water Authority. What they do is very interestingly, and I really appreciate this effort. And I wish that this should get back to the boards back in India also. So what they do is they understand and analyze the trends of water usage in your house and in your immediate neighbor's house. So if I am living in a 2-bedroom house and my neighbor is also living in a 2-bedroom house, and my usage is, let's say, 1000 liters and his usage is 500 liters, then they will send me suggestions of what he is doing and what I am not doing correct. If I run my washing machine for 10 times in a month, then I will get a suggestion that rather than this, you reduce the usage, right? Now what happens is, so each of my electrical points and water points are connected with using IoT, which gives कि मैं कौन से सिंक से कितना पानी यूज कर रहा हूँ, मैं वॉश बेसिन में कितना पानी यूज कर रहा हूँ, मैं वॉशिंग मशीन में कितना पानी यूज कर रहा हूँ, मैं पेड़ों को पानी देने में कितना पानी यूज कर रहा हूँ, ड्रिंकिंग वाटर कितना यूज कर रहा हूँ. So I have got the statistics available. Now this is a real-time example of using technology and making things, go ahead the right way, right? So ये छोटे-छोटे जो examples हैं, these can be created as projects in schools. Students can start coming up with these ideas, but before they do it, we have to incorporate in ourselves about the kind of creativity which can be brought along, right? So that's something. And now this also contributes to character education, because overall, you are not just saving an amount for yourself. You are saving a resource for the country. You are saving that resource for the whole planet, right? So that's one aspect of character education. So like this, it should not, like Sonam, you're saying rainwater harvesting projects, models can be used, videos can be shown. Yes, definitely, because India, North India, I mean, most part of India receives significant rainfall. So certain projects can be done. But again, saving water doesn't get limited to, or conserving water is not just limited to rainwater. There can be thousands and thousands of ideas, and students can keep coming up for more. But as educators, you should be prepared with some real creative, curious ideas with which students get excited to know more about, right? So let's explore each of these 6. We close the session for today. All right. So we'll talk about all the 6 C's in education. The first one is character. So character actually involves proactive stance towards life and learning to learn. Now, what does it mean? Can somebody explain? Jabjeet, you have raised your hand. If you want to say something, please unmute.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, Jabjeet, very good afternoon.
Sir, I had raised my hand. I wanted to talk about the concept you were talking about, character education. At that point, I had raised my hand.
Okay, so is there any point which you would want to add? Because right now we are talking about the character education only.
Yes, sir. As a science student, I would say that especially in today's ecosystem, we are talking a lot about energy. And within that, we talk about nuclear energy or atomic advances that are being made. So making these students also aware of the fact of being fair, just, as well as looking not only on about ourselves and also having an understanding of how our actions can impact other people as well as the future generations via using technologies like simulations or videos or live interactions with people and collaborations with different countries can be very helpful in the domain of science as well.
Fantastic, fantastic. I think very valid. So, okay. Anyone else who would want to add any point on top of this? So basically, in character education, proactive stance towards life and learning to learn. So technology greatly helps this, and we can, as mentioned in the comments, and Jabjeet has also added, we can think around it in different aspects depending on the subject that we are dealing with, and create some live examples which are supported by technology and students are able to do it, right? So that will help in growing this indirectly as a character building exercise for the students. Empathy, compassion, and integrity in action. Many things happen out of the controlled environment across the globe. Now, how do we create an environment where we empathize, we are compassionate, and we have integrity in our action, right? Becomes very highly important. Let me give one example again. Recently, Turkey faced a very damaging, drastic earthquake. Thousands and thousands of people died. Many organizations across the globe came in together to support the people who are there. However, with missing technology, the help and support was not provided on time, with which many people lost their lives. With missing elements of character education of people around, there were people who were stealing certain items once these buildings were collapsed. So you have an element of integrity, empathy, and compassion missing. That while somebody is in a problem, you're still taking an advantage of that situation and making benefits for yourself. So these are the qualities that you will have to integrate, build right from the early ages itself. Grit, tenacity, perseverance, and resilience. So these 3 things together contributes to character building in education. Next, we talk about is citizenship. So a global perspective. Now, technology immensely has helped, will keep on helping in creating this global perspective around. Can any one of you give me some example of what do we mean by global perspective? And how does it help?
So by global perspective, I would like to add that encouraging the students to be in touch with the global news via different technological mediums. can encourage them to have be appreciative of the diversity as well as diversity in terms of the experiences that people have.
That's great. That's a nice input. Any?
So basically looking at things from a general and objective perspective rather than a very subjective sense. Like if you're talking about environmental issues, they are not just the issues of my area or my country, but like the whole earth. So I'm a citizen of the earth basically, instead of major divisions.
And sir, also, if you're talking about specifically Indian students, there can be sometimes, in my personal opinion, be a need to rid the students of certain biasness if they might have. So it can also help in that, a global perspective.
That's great. So one of the very interesting and inspirational example that happened in terms of global perspective and citizenship was when these kids were caught in a cave in Thailand. How many of, I mean, most of us must have heard that news, or we must be aware of the situation that happened. So there were around these 13 kids who had went inside a cave, and then it got flooded with water, and they were inside for almost around 16, 17 days. And then they were taken out. So about this whole operation, how was this done? And how global citizenship, global perspective came in picture was because of technology across the globe. First is that we get to know about what is happening everywhere, right? Good things or bad things, whether the things are moving the right way or whether there are certain challenges which are going around, so that we can make either learn or make corrective actions. Now, when this particular incident happened there, across the globe, there was a requirement for some specialized divers, right? People who can dive, और वो पूरा जो 12 kilometers वाला tunnel है उसके अंदर they can execute the operation. If technology support would have failed, first these people would not have connected. So unless and until you have a global perspective, you have that global association, पूरा विश्व जो है वो एक है. All countries need to support each other on certain common issues, right? So we feel associated with others. That is the perspective which brings in a global citizenship within these students. So exposing them to global issues, as Japjit you mentioned, using technology, showcasing them certain documentaries, some videos, somebody is writing, maybe kahin koi rivers have dried up, we showcase that as an issue, we talk about it. So there should be a global connect. I should be empathizing with people of different localities, different regions, different religions, different countries, so that we understand them, they understand us, and we together grow as humanity. The humanity grows. So yes, so global citizenship involves an extreme exposure to the perspective of the whole globe, right? So technology can immensely help that, because not everywhere you can be physically present to see and understand things. Commitment to human equity and well-being is another part of global citizenship. Human and environmental sustainability, absolutely important. And I believe all the sustainable development goals, the 17 goals, currently all countries in the world are somewhat contributing to it. And without technology, we will never be able to achieve the outcomes. So human and environmental sustainability comes in global citizenship. Now, what are we trying to do here? When we are trying to understand that how technology is going to impact, what I want is that all these pointers that we are displaying right now on the screen, these becomes your research points. One of these points you may get excited about. Okay, like for example, for that matter, for me, I'm always excited about how technology can transform students' learning. How technology can make curiosity-based learning, the bread and butter of any curriculum, right? So those CBLs or project-based learnings or inquiry-based learnings, I'm pretty excited about it. So what I do is I do all of my research and my work around these areas. So once you are exposed to this, you will be able to integrate different aspects of technological inputs, as well as your expertise, to take it, to modify it, to customize it, and then to deliver it. Right? The third is collaboration. Now, earlier there was a notion, जहां हम सोचते थे कि collaboration जो है is an aberration of technology, because with more and more usage of technology, you forget to collaborate. But ideally, it's the opposite case. So when you have right technology in place, you can collaborate more effectively, right? So another C in education stands for collaboration, and it is highly important. So working interdependently as a team, interpersonal team-related skills, managing team dynamics and challenges, social, emotional, and intercultural skills. Now, I want some of you to give me some examples how social, emotional, and intercultural skills can be enhanced using technology. I'll just repeat my question. मैं repeat करता हूँ. How social, emotional, and intercultural skills can be enhanced using technology?
So with the use of technology, for instance, some podcasts or some documentaries, we can be aware of the other cultures as a first step and then be appreciative of them.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I'll also add to this point a little bit before anyone else gives their input. Let's say I'm watching how do we do this? How cultural exchange happens, basically. If we go to the historical times, people used to travel with many reasons, right? So travelers or scholars, or maybe for extending the regions, these kings, for extending their empires, they used to travel. They used to travel not just to extend their their might, but उनको information exchange भी चाहिए होता था. ऐसा क्या हो रहा है वहाँ पे? How are they doing it? So that we should also do it. So those intercultural exchanges used to happen. But now, when we see any movie in any other language, we get to know about their culture, about their language. Now, this particular movie that we are seeing is an entirely technological based input. Now, how do we do this with our students is something that we can customize depending on the location we are in. So intercultural skills, हमें नॉर्थ ईस्ट के बारे में साउथ इंडिया को बताना है, साउथ इंडिया के बारे में नॉर्थ इंडिया को बताना है, नॉर्थ इंडिया के बारे में सेंट्रल इंडिया को बताना है. How do we do it? Right? So, and how do we do it using technology so that it becomes more affordable, more accessible, and more reachable? Right? So, okay, add some more examples. With the use of social media. Sarika says with the use of social media for, okay, yeah. I mean, if it is used in the right apt way, then yes. Guys, keep participating. We are almost towards the end of the session today.
Our present seminar is also an example of social, emotional, and intercultural exchange. And I would like to give my personal experience that I'm a big fan of Korean dramas. So through those Korean dramas also, we get to learn a lot. For example, there's a drama called Hospital Ship. You get to see how they customize the medical service, and through a ship, they give the medical service to the people on the islands there. So Korean dramas or American shows are also a cultural exchange for us. We can learn there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Any media for that matter coming in from any geography helps the other geography to understand about their culture, about their language, about their traditions. Yeah, right. Okay, so that's great. So in a way, we now broadly, I think you understand how technological inputs will help. It's all about curating these resources at a place and keep on exploring on each of these pointers, each of these bullet points, so that when you are there on the field in action, you just don't end up as any other instructor or a educator. You are there as a facilitator who is very well aware and well versed with these new tools available. Okay, so that you can collaborate better, you can communicate better. So here are 4 pointers on communication. Communication designed for audience and impact. Now, TED, I took an example of TED or TED Talks. Like that, there are many platforms now globally wherein an impact can be created when you speak. So our learners and ourselves as educators, we should have a say, right? हमारा किसी भी topic के ऊपर जहाँ हमारी understanding है, हमारा experience है, we should have a say. For us to have a say, then there should be an audience to listen to it, right? So how technology is supporting that, we should try to bring those elements in our regular day-to-day affairs. I'll give you an example. Class में एक student को अगर हमने बोला कि okay, you give a presentation on this, or just I asked a particular question. The child rises on his seat, stands, and then starts speaking about it. Rather than that, एक छोटा सा change हम उसमें कर दें. Call that child in front of the whole class, ask him to speak, record that as a as an evidence, and if it is good to be shared, share it across. Many things happen in this. First, you are boosting the confidence level of the child. Second, you are creating a memoir for throughout the life which the child will relish. Next, the parents also get to know what the child is doing inside the class. Fourth, the peer group, the other students, they get excited about the confidence that they are getting by doing such activities. Fifth, you are able to create a track record of the communication styles the child is using, right? So with just one small act, a small change in your transactional mechanism, you are able to create a massive impact. So communication ho, chahe collaboration ho, you have to diversify using as much as technology inputs as you can. So see, again and again in this whole digital literacy session, I have been talking more about technology again and again. So when I say technology, it's all about its apt usage. No overuse, no misuse, but it's apt use, right? Okay. So technology based communication, voice and identity expressed to advance humanity. Many of the students are not able to express directly. They are not able to ask questions directly. Abhi aap mein bhi yahan pe around, if you are 100 of you today here in the session, not all of you are comfortable in asking questions immediately, right? By unmuting yourself and then speaking with me. But many of you are still using chatbot to do it. So this is the live use of tech in terms of increasing the communication. We are making it live on YouTube. So the ones who are not been able to connect here, at least they are doing it there. Now, ye sari jo cheeze hain, they should not just get limited to you attending these kind of trainings or sessions, but inko aapko incorporate karna hai aage apne action, right? Okay. Moving to next, and you have a specialized session on creativity and innovation also. But yeah, creativity in education will speak about these 4 aspects. Economic and social entrepreneurism, or economic and social entrepreneurialism pe, we know what kind of projects are there, the kind of scope that you have to contribute to this using tech. Pursuing and expressing novel ideas and institutions and solutions, leadership to turn ideas to action, asking the right inquiry questions. Now, all of this you should be enabling in your system when you are there out there with the students. This is going to help increase the whole literacy level. So when earlier we had the idea of literacy, it was about reading and writing, right? But now the dynamics of literacy has changed. So literacy is not just about reading and writing. Literacy is now about inquiring and getting as creative as one can be. Then you are kind of literate, right? So you are very well versed, you are fluent with that particular subject. So we should be in a position wherein we create that conducive environment. Our learners are able to express their levels of creativity. So expose them with tools. As I said, जब हम अलग-अलग environment में होंगे, some schools may have exciting infrastructures, some organizations will provide you exciting infrastructures, many of them will not. तो हमें अपने तरीके निकालने हैं कि in the setting that we are in, what best can we do to serve? All right. So that's on creativity. And then comes critical thinking. This one is quite an interesting one. Evaluating information and arguments. Now, can any one of you tell me, हमने discuss किया chat GPT as a tool or any AI tool for that matter. Can I use that tool for doing some level of critical analysis? Yeah, can anyone answer that?
Yes, sir. So it could be used to some extent, but not to be relied upon totally, because it would be responding, that model would be responding on the basis of data which it has and which could be limited. So even though we could enter and feed upon, for example, chat GPT has resources only up to 2021, so it does not have any latest data, so that can be a limitation for evaluation in terms of comparison with a human, because we think out of the box, and every child has a different perspective to problems based on their own personal and past experience as well.
Great. So now I would want some responses other than Japjit also from the audience. See, in critical thinking, evaluating information and arguments is of prime importance. We will have tools. Today we have chat GPT, tomorrow there will be other tools, and today we have many other tools as well to do it. The critical analysis of any particular information is highly important, and it varies. It varies on different parameters and different dynamics, right? So we ourselves should be aware, first in terms of doing our research well, and second, facilitating it for our learners. Okay, that is how critical thinking is going to evolve. Okay, इसका एक छोटा सा example लेते हैं. I myself attended a webinar which is talking about increasing carbon dioxide in the environment by deforestation. Okay, so अगर हम सारे पेड़ काटते जाएंगे, why we should not cut trees? I mean, a generic question. इसका answer somebody who has not participated at all should give. Why we should not cut trees? Some of you must be thinking कि क्या question पूछते हैं अचानक से बीच में ना? Okay, so Mamta, Megha, Nancy, and Kusum, Himani, Kajal, कहाँ हो आप लोग? प्रियंका, Tenzin, सरोज. अच्छा, यहाँ पे मैं देख रहा हूँ some of you are there not with your correct names. I mean, किसी के phone का नाम आ रहा है. So in your next sessions, please keep your actual names, rename your credentials, right? Because your attendance will be marked accordingly. जिनके मैंने नाम लिए, कहाँ हैं ये लोग? Are you there? और आपने session को on कर रखा है और आप सब गायब हुए हो. I can't see your cameras as well. So from next session, any of the cameras which will not be available will be marked absent by default. Please take care of it. Okay. Deforestation or cutting trees will lead to global warming. Trees gives us oxygen. Okay, let me take this input, Mamta. Trees give us oxygen. Okay. If I cut now my next question. If I cut all the trees from the world, will we be able to live? I mean, will we be able to get oxygen or not? No. Cutting of trees leads to deforestation. Yeah. So just assume a terrible situation wherein there are no trees left on the planet. So will there still be oxygen or no?
सर ऑक्सीजन होगा ही नहीं, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड खत्म हो जाएगा.
There will be no oxygen, the atmosphere will be more warmer, there will be no transpiration. Okay, interesting. Japjit, I like your answer. We'll speak on this. There will be no life. Okay. So now a very interesting insight here. And that is what comes out from when I say कि आप ये सारे points पे अपना research बहुत strong रखो. What I mean by that is 79% of the oxygen is stored in planktons in oceanic bodies. जो बचा हुआ 22% है, that is there with the trees. So all trees clubbed together of the globe have got this much of oxygen with them that they can generate. The remaining oxygen is generated by planktons in the oceanic bodies. Now, unfortunately, we as humans, we have been polluting the oceanic bodies from like hundreds of years now. And especially after industrialization, that has been done more aggressively. So all waste products, plastics or oil or any kind of waste products, we are just dumping that into the ocean, depleting our plankton resources and our the complete oceanic ecosystem. उससे क्या हो रहा है? एक बड़ा problem create हो रहा है in terms of the environment. Then the deforestation. So all our focus across all the years has been on trees. Trees are equally important for many other reasons. Then oxygen. But our focus of not cutting trees, as what you have been responding in answers also, was that there will be no oxygen. So it's not about oxygen that we are trying to save trees, right? Trees बाकी ecosystem में कैसे help करते हैं? We are trying to save it because of that. But our unawareness of what is happening with our oceanic bodies has led to this massive destruction of the whole ecosystem. So what we need to do is, जो भी ये topics हैं, इस पे critical thinking is really important. Whatever we are teaching, especially. So no topic should be dealt in a class wherein you have not critically analyzed and given and opened up opportunities for your students to do that. Right? That's highly important. Take that as a note. Okay. So that is where you will be able to create meaningful knowledge. You will be able to make connections. You will be able to identify patterns. So critical thinking is about all of this. And lastly, experimenting, reflecting, and taking action on the ideas in the real world. Right? So that was it for today. And I really thank all of you for being patient and listening and being attentive. I believe most of you are. So if you have got any thing to share, any comments to make, please feel free to do that before we sign off. And you will be receiving emails today with your assignment. So every week you will have 2 assignments. One assignment you will get it on Friday. Another assignment you are going to get it on Saturday. And these 2 assignments you will have to finish it before you come for the next session the next Friday. Right? So every week these sessions are lined up, and all these instructions will come in the email itself. Do follow them religiously, because if you miss out on these instructions or these timelines, perhaps you will lose out in your submission, even if you have taken that attempt, right? So that was it from my side. I hope you guys enjoyed the session. There was some learning exchanged. Please feel free to exchange your views.
Thank you, Arpitji. And we can
Thank you so much, sir.
We can close the presentation, and then we will come straight away live, all of us. Okay, great. Let me just convey my gratitudes and thanks to Arpitji for such a wonderful, lovely session today. Few things which I would like to share with all of you. Number one, by the time we started this program in a humble way, we found that some of the people from Chandigarh administration, from the education department, they also joined, and they just came on the YouTube, and I got some of the WhatsApp. I'm grateful to them. I'm thankful to them. Second part, now people those joined us on the YouTube, they should not feel deprived, because Arpitji was kind enough. People who actively participated, 3 names have come to me, registered in my mind. One is Savitaj Kaur. Another one was Sachi Sudhir. And there was one more name, Arpitji, you were telling, I think it was Jagjit or somebody.
Japjit, yes.
Japjit, okay, that was Japjit. So 3 names I have noted. People who will take active part, you will get something very special, because in service industry, it's known as not only customer service, customer care, customer delight, it's called amazing the customer. So on the last day, we will amaze you with something special which you are not expecting. me and Arpitji and my team and his team, all of us together. Secondly, you have got 6 different speakers which have been lined up by Arpitji. You will have different people on different themes, on different areas who will be coming every day. He also made a mention in between, if you recall, Sir Ken Robinson. I would request all of you, those who have already watched his videos, it's fine. If you have not watched, I would request you, please go on the YouTube, Sir Ken Robinson. Sir Ken Robinson. Sir Ken Robinson. If you want to be a good teacher, you must go through his videos. It's amazing. Along with that, you may say, भाई अर्पित और गुलशन शर्मा तो इंडिया के हैं, अब आप एक इंग्लैंड के आदमी को ही प्रमोट कर रहे हैं। कोई बात नहीं, हम आपको एक नाम और बता देते हैं, डॉक्टर सुगाता मित्रा। डॉक्टर सुगाता मित्रा। डॉक्टर सुगाता मित्रा। कविता कितने ध्यान से सुन रही है? डॉक्टर सुगाता मित्रा। ओके, उसको भी आप वॉच कीजिए और उसके अंदर आपको एक अलग पर्सपेक्टिव मिलेगा कि उसने चितरंजन पार्क दिल्ली में बंगाली कॉलोनी के आगे ओखला से पहले एक दीवार में 2 कंप्यूटर लगा के और ऊपर एक कैमरा लगा के 1 महीने तक क्या किया था। You will come to know. So that is another, that's a beautiful video you should watch. It's called Hole in the Wall. Hole in the Wall. ओके, उसके अलावा कुछ और लोग भी हम आपको बताते रहेंगे जो एजुकेशन
एक और ऐड कर देते हैं सर।
हाँ जी,
आपने एक ऐड किया तो मैं भी एक और ऐड करी।
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, कर दीजिए।
हम एक और रिनाउंड टॉय मेकर को सर्च करें, अरविंद गुप्ता।
अरविंद गुप्ता, ओके, अरविंद गुप्ता, ओके।
He is India's best toy maker and a passionate educator. He's a Padam Shri awardee.
Okay, okay, great, great.
It will be great to know about him, learn from his learning. So for all of you who are attending the session, do visit the profiles, videos of these 3 people as a take.
अब ऐसा है कि जो हमारे साथ अर्पित जी यहाँ पर YouTube पर आ गए, तो डॉक्टर कविता, डॉक्टर निशा जी जहां पर भी हैं, मैं आपसे एक ही बात कहना चाहूंगा, जब हमने प्रोग्राम शुरू किया तो 88 लोग थे, फिर 76 हो गए। जब अर्पित ने कहा कि कल से सारे कैमरा ऑन करेंगे, नहीं तो मैं आपको फिर देखो ऐसा होगा डैश डैश डैश, तो 78 हो गए। तो मेरी रिक्वेस्ट ये है, इन सब बच्चों को, प्यारे बच्चों को, अच्छे बच्चों को ये लगना चाहिए कि जैसे सविताज कौर बार बार बड़े अच्छे से हर चीज में उसने पार्टिसिपेट किया, मुझे इतना अच्छा लगा because I was listening everything very carefully the way she was participating. और जो इन्होंने ट्री का क्वेश्चन बाद में पूछा, जो YouTube पर जुड़े हैं, अब जितने भी यहाँ पर हमारे पास सामने हैं, फटाफट जल्दी से YouTube पे आओ, अपना नाम पोस्ट करो और लिखो आपका कॉलेज सेक्टर 20 का बीएड कॉलेज का नाम लिखो फटाफट जल्दी से। YouTube के ऊपर आइए, क्योंकि जो YouTube पर आए उनको ये ना लगे कि यार हमारा नाम तो लिया ही नहीं गया। ये जो चेहरे सामने दिखाई दिए, सिर्फ इन्हीं को इन्होंने प्रेज किया ना। साक्षी चौहान, उसके बाद स्टूडेंट क्वेरीज, उसके बाद सिमरन के भी बहुत सारी पोस्ट हैं। कोमल 8287, अब कोमल एक बार तो नाम हो सकता है, अब बहुत ज्यादा कोमल होंगे ये भी हो सकता है। कोमल तो ठीक है, 2 बार आपका नाम है।
We have 4 कोमल।
वाओ, दैट्स ग्रेट। सो ये था कोमल 8287। उसके बाद सिमरन जी का दोबारा है, और फिर वेमुजो वैरो हैं, और फिर उसके बाद श्री कृष्ण हैं। श्री कृष्ण जी बहुत बढ़िया। उसके बाद कोमल 8287 फिर दोबारा हैं, और उसके बाद हाँ एक उज्जवल खवास जी हैं, और उसके बाद पारुल हैं, सिमरन हैं, तनुजा उप्रेती के भी बहुत सारे पोस्ट हैं यूट्यूब के ऊपर। आई एम वेरी हैप्पी। तनुजा ने हर जगह हर चीज को कोशिश की है, इंटरनेट ऑफ थिंग्स, ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजी, इंटरनेट ऑफ थिंग्स, 3G 4G 5G, और जब इन्होंने चैट जीपीटी की बात की तो वहां भी बहुत कुछ था। ग्रेट। उसके बाद हम आ गए साक्षी के बाद स्टूडेंट क्वेरी के बाद सिमरन जी। सिमरन की भी बहुत सारी पोस्ट हैं। ग्रेट। कोमल के तो बहुत सारे हैं। फिर नवदीप कौर, यस, नवदीप कौर मावी, ओके, दैट्स ग्रेट। उसके बाद हमारे पास है जूली, फिर है इशिता शुक्ला, फिर है वामिजो, फिर है उसके बाद मनीषा, नान लई और निशा अग्रवाल। उसके बाद और कौन कौन है अब इसके अंदर? लेट मी जस्ट सी। तनुजा उप्रेती, आपके बहुत सारी पोस्ट हैं, आई एम वेरी हैप्पी। सौरभ कौशिक एंड विधि जायसवाल। उसके बाद है साहिब साहिब प्रीत कौर। ओके, साहिब प्रीत कौर। अभिलाषा कामले, और उसके बाद शिवांगी। उसके बाद आयना आयना चौहान, फिर कुसुम चौधरी, और कविता सिंह, ग्रेट, माया, अमरिंदर कौर, केसांग डोलमा, देन प्रियंका भागरान भागरान। ओके, दामन दामन शर्मा, श्रिंग Yodol. Yodol. Okay. I'm sorry if I am not in a position to pronounce your name properly, but please pardon me for that. And then Ankita. Ankita के बाद Ruby, फिर उसके बाद मेघना, सरिता, हर्षा, आयना, कोमल, अमीशा, दीपाली, then come Tashi, then Kedup, then Kavita, then Tripti, and then Amisha, and then finally Kajal, Rathor, P. Padma. ओके, कोई और रह गए हैं तो आप अपना करिए, क्योंकि मैं ये टीम को पास ऑन करूंगा आपके नाम, और जो आपके सर्टिफिकेट वगैरह लास्ट में बनेंगे, अपने नाम वगैरह भी ठीक से देखिएगा, वर्कआउट कीजिएगा. नाउ we would request because we have got first year also, second year also, so सारे बच्चे हमारे जो आ रहे हैं यहाँ पर, I would request कुछ YouTube पर आइए और कुछ हमारे साथ Zoom पर आइए, उसके हिसाब से वर्कआउट कीजिए. This being the first program starting from Chandigarh, from your college, is going to become an history. और फिर कल आप अपने आप को कहेंगे, oh my God, how I missed this particular program. तो इससे पहले कि आप रेस में पीछे रह जाएं, काइंडली जस्ट कम अहेड. एंड साची, तुम्हारे भी, साची सुधीर, तुम्हारे भी आंसर बहुत अच्छे थे. आई हर्ड वेरी केयरफुली. आई हर्ड वेरी केयरफुली. एंड हाँ, सची. ओके, सच्ची सच्ची, ठीक है. सच्ची सच्ची, ठीक है, ठीक है. ओके, तो सच्ची सच्ची बोला है सब कुछ, ठीक है. तो जो कुछ भी हम यहाँ पर सब लेकर चले, माई रिक्वेस्ट टू यू इज बी हैप्पी, एंजॉय लर्निंग, पार्टिसिपेट, बी इनोवेटिव, बी क्रिएटिव. हो सकता है अर्पित तुम्हें दुबई की फ्री टिकट बाद में दे दे. मोहाली एयरपोर्ट से टिकट जाती है, वो फ्लाइट जाती है दुबई, एक हवाई जहाज भर के लेके चलेंगे आपके कॉलेज का. दैट इज द वे वी कैन रिक्वेस्ट एडवाइजर साहब, ठीक है ना. हाँ जी,
पूरे सेशन में इतनी स्माइल्स नहीं है जितना दुबई के टिकट के नाम से सबके उस पे आ गए.
हाँ, वही तो बात ये है ना कि हमको जो अच्छा, जो कुछ चीज अच्छी फ्री में मिले. देखो, दुबई के बारे में, दुबई देखेंगे, दुबई जाके विजिट करेंगे, एंजॉय करेंगे. चंडीगढ़ से फ्लाइट जाती है. मैं एडवाइजर साहब को भी रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, सेक्रेटरी एजुकेशन को भी रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा. वी विल वर्क आउट द एंटायर स्ट्रेटजी फॉर दिस कॉलेज. माय ओनली रिक्वेस्ट इज, इफ योर प्रिंसिपल इज सो डायनेमिक, if your coordinator is so dynamic, each one of you should take active part. आईना हंस रही है, वो कह रही है आईना ही तो सब कुछ है. हाँ जी.
Sir, all our students are quite excited about the educational trip.
Wonderful, wonderful. I think
50% Chandigarh administration sponsor करेगी, because this is educational trip.
Yes, yes, yes. We will work out. We will work out. We'll work out a strategy. We'll work out. Yes. My only request is, चंडीगढ़ की आवाज ग्लोबली पहुंचनी चाहिए, हर एक के पास पहुंचनी चाहिए. इस कॉलेज से जो आज मैं अकेला ही चला था जाने में मंजिल, लोग आते गए और कारवां बनता गया. We just thought, we just thought about it, and your college is very, very lucky that we have started the journey with your college. मैं तो महसूस कर रहा हूं, मैं पहुंच रहा हूं मोहाली एयरपोर्ट, और वहां से मैं कस्टम भी क्लियर कर रहा हूं, इमिग्रेशन भी क्लियर कर रहा हूं, फ्लाइट खड़ी हुई है, और अब हम सारे फ्लाइट में बैठते हैं और हम चलते हैं अर्पित दुग्गल जी के पास, और ये वहां पर टूरिस्ट कोच लेके हमको सब जगह घुमा रहे हैं, दिखा रहे हैं. उस समय हम पढ़ाई लिखाई की बात नहीं करेंगे, आज कर रहे हैं, ठीक है. उस समय हम एंजॉय करेंगे ऑल ऑफ अस टुगेदर. चलो, ऑल द बेस्ट, टेक केयर, wonderful start, wonderful journey, and great cooperation. अर्पित जी कल कितने बजे का टाइम है? अर्पित जी कितने बजे का टाइम है कल का?
2:30 tomorrow.
2:30 tomorrow. All of us, we will join, we will meet, and अच्छी participation honi chahiye, active participation. Tomorrow I'll get somebody else also from Chandigarh administration to watch this particular program. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank you,
आप सब
so
आज
much,
ग्लोबल
sir.
लीडर हैं, ग्लोबल लीडर आज ये YouTube के ऊपर जाइए, ICSI इंडिया का प्रोग्राम, अपने आप को देखिए, अपनी पार्टिसिपेशन को देखिए, सविताज के क्वेश्चन ही क्वेश्चन वहां सुनाई देंगे, और एक वो जो दूसरी मैडम थी अपनी क्या है, सच्ची हाँ सच्ची का है सब कुछ, उनका भी आपको मिलेगा, बाकियों का भी मिलेगा. ऑल द बेस्ट.